Wasn't muted. Okay. Well, met lords and ladies, Jacob Barter speaking. This is why I don't do before stream, by the way. And welcome back to another episode of... So since I got a question in in private chat as to who I was waving to there, um, so this room here, there's a window that goes right outside. My mum happened to walk outside. I think she was checking on something, and then just like waved in and started doing a dance or something. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So that's why, basically. Would have been a nice thing if I actually had my microphone on, but there you go. Can't have everything, I guess. But what we can have today is the ending of another show, it seems. And also probably the last stream I'm going to do here before... oh, wait, no. That might be tomorrow. Depends. Penultimate or last stream I'm doing in this house before we fly yet again. So, a lot of things concluding right now, let's say. Kind of like how Not Average Girl, we concluded that sort of before coming back here. There you go. Life moves quite a lot. So, anyway, with that in mind, we've got a couple episodes of My Witch Academy to get through, and they're I think the longest ones collectively together, so they won't be as short as before. Which, hey, just means more for us, I suppose. And I have caught up with everything thus far, so I will hopefully be slightly less confused than I otherwise would be, because let's face it, this series will confuse anyone regardless. So, with that in mind, let's welcome today's guest, Bon.
Hello.
Get going.
I'm so it's so bittersweet, like we have come to love this series and now it's ending, and for some people that's the best news they've heard, and for some of us like you and me, that's the worst news
Yeah.
you can hear.
It's like the pregnant man all over again.
For some of us, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Depends on which what your tastes and persuasions end up being in that sense. But yes, for both of us here today, yeah, we'll be sad to see this one go, but I think we're in for a bit of a fun ride, because in episode 4 it was built up that there would be some revenge enacted by the bully and by Momoka, the robot.
Yes.
And I'm hoping, based on the thumbnail
pumped.
of episode 6, that that's what the revenge is referring to.
I'm so pumped for Momoka's epic return.
Well, let's go ahead and see if that is indeed correct or not. So I guess, oh, that's right, there was a pinned comment or something. That's right. What did the pinned comment say? Because do I have the video still open? Here we go.
I'll stall. Cute Potato asks, where are you going? I would imagine he's probably flying back to Spain, if I had to guess.
Yes, because we only came back here. We came back here because we've got my cousin's wedding tomorrow, and then we are back anyway because we have our annual Galicia trip, which just so happens to not coincide with my actual stay there. So that happens.
Just hope the flight isn't rough for you again.
Yeah, I'm taking a few steps to see if I can prevent that, but yeah, I'd never know. Okay, here we go. I put the wrong episode by accident. Okay, so no description. Pin comment refuses to. Oh, there it is. Okay. The reason why it's been a month since we have uploaded is because of school, and it's been stressful for us, and I apologize for the long wait once again. I've just mostly been focusing on school this past month, but don't worry, I'll try my best to make episode 7 as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this episode, Drago.
I have a few questions.
Yeah.
Why did it start with us and we, and then turn into I and myself?
Because I'm pretty sure around this time period, the channel was called Drago and Wolfie.
I
Wolfie,
forgot about that. Unlike you, I haven't caught up with the channel's lore.
No, that's fair.
I know this series from memory. It lives in my head rent free, but not the Drago and Wolfie stuff, just the actual series. Second thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, you haven't posted in a month? Poor you! I'm sure your fan base is dead. I honestly cannot relate to this at all. So anyway.
Obviously, the pair of us have definitely a few things to say from our experiences,
Yeah,
but yeah.
you could not have picked the worst two examples of poor upload schedule.
For the general audience, that may have been a more relevant statement, but for us, yeah. Honestly, I remember at one point, when I actually, when I actually made like a full announcement in 2015 saying I was taking a break off YouTube for a whole week, and that was a huge deal.
Oh my god. No!
Obviously, it somewhat felt like that for this past week, but that's obviously not a thing that I tend to do. I have no tend to take breaks off postage, you know. So
Clearly.
I had a
I had
year.
a year gap between some of mine. Like, I don't like final break is just in limbo right now as I work through ratios.
Emily,
Like,
you didn't just have a year gap between some of yours. You stopped posting, saying it was a hiatus, and then like 2 years later, removed all of your videos from public.
we were on a break.
And you're of course back after 4 years, Miller. That's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, so Drago, I hope you understand where all of us are coming from here. Like, a
Yeah.
month is not that bad at all. I
Mhm.
have not, and I've said this before, I have not posted a Secret to the Plex episode in 11 months, and it's going to be a year. I know it because of the timing. Episode 1 of season 2 was posted. I know it's going to be over a year before episode 5 comes out. This is not a big deal, okay?
Mhm. Oh my goodness.
Emily, did you tell your subs
You.
that you were on a different channel? I was curious, but I assume you did. But if you didn't, then
I think most people found out through me. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. Okay. With that in mind, yeah, a month break is not
also,
so bad. Okay.
sorry, I wanted to circle back to the other question that I had. It says since we last uploaded, but like then Drago changes it to I will do what I can. So it makes me question what level of involvement is Wolfie participating in? Like how much involvement if it's all down to Drago right now?
Yeah, I've seen this kind of dynamic before, a couple of times actually. Um, so strangely enough, I have to bring up my ex in this situation. So Roxy, what she
Yeah.
did at one point was, actually at 2 points. Like just before I met her, she actually shared the channel with somebody else, and then took it over again, and then afterwards changed it again to become Mac and Rox. As in because Mac was suddenly somebody who like then joined, and then
How was
neither
Max
of them
spelled?
posted that much. MAK, I think.
Okay, that just throws a whole new wrench into it. Anyways, continue.
Well, it was the person's name, and she was trying to make a mac and cheese pun, but not very successfully.
MAK? How does she think mac and cheese is spelled?
No, Roxy was trying to make a mac and cheese pun with the name Mac and Rox. Then the MAK was the spelling that Mac chose for herself. That was
That's
set in
so
stone.
weird. That's weird.
Okay,
Continue.
yeah. That was kind of it, really. Aside from the fact that neither one of them posted that much. Roxy posted a couple of things in that time, but not so much. Ironically enough, one of them actually was her version of Walking Wednesday, including a shout out to me, and I found this really funny because at the time I had like half of her sub count. It's like, oh well,
Aw.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
I I
I do remember
wonder
that particularly,
I
but yeah.
wonder if the level of participation from Wolfie's side, had anything like, I wonder if that had anything to do with their fallout/separation, because that can definitely be like a bridge burner
Yeah, this
if Drago feels like Wolfie's just not pulling any weight.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time that can lead to the downfall of channels in general. So, if somebody started out by having an individual channel, it seems like them reverting back is more of a common practice than I initially thought. Because in my case, I've tried to start a couple of community channels with people, and only one of them has been maintained to this day.
Yeah.
The others have fallen on the wayside. In fact, one of them actually, someone tried to start with us, but then they didn't post what they were supposed to towards the beginning, and I had some stuff in preparation. It was like, well, I mean, okay, we're going to take that energy and we're going to make it into the Butter Bunch because we're all eager to actually begin. So that's why the first episode of What If Piccolo Had a Son says, "Welcome to the Wildflowers." It was made for a different channel. Yeah, giving me and Moom. Did you try to? Well, I know you collabed together and fake dated, but you know, Dusted You as Shaking, whatever it's called. Well, that one we never actually made the channel, so you know, I'm not counting that one necessarily, but a little bit maybe.
Who
Yeah,
was the other person
you're
in
right.
that duo? I'm just trying to. No, there. Oh, you and Emily. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it was also a duo.
I'm just trying to catch up on the Jacob Butter lore because this is new to me.
Yeah. No one knows about CDCDLT. That's a whole.
Now someone does.
That's a whole different can of worms.
Rooting this down.
Yeah, you know, the lesson learned from that channel back in 2016 was if you want to start a community channel, make sure you know if you do it with your IRL friends, fantastic, but make sure that they actually are passionate about posting content. So you're not the only person doing anything.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, welcome to Himari. I think I've seen you before a couple of times. So welcome
Yes.
back, I think.
I believe I saw Himari on My Drawing Came to Life. I don't know why I know that, but
yeah,
I had Idiots of FNAF, which was something.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember the channel Idiots Covers, which I wasn't a part of, but I was going to collab with them at one point. But you know, then they stopped posting as well. Just keeps happening, I guess.
Yeah.
The series is ending on an uneven number. That's a fairly common practice. A lot of series end on like 13 episodes.
My season's ending on 5. I don't want to hear it.
Also, yeah.
Or 6. Depending on the trajectory, it might end on 6. I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, and as of right now, Mutant Girl season 3 has that there is going to be 13 episodes. Obviously, it depends. We might end up, you know, splitting at some point, but that's what we're saying right now. You know, don't want to pull a My Street second to last time out of thin air or anything, but you know, it's a possibility.
Is Jacob Butter made of butter? No, but his wit is smooth like butter, though.
And
can I voice act the Mutant Girl? I think there are actually auditions open right now, so I think yes. If you audition first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Someone commented. I think this is the same person that commented on that video. There's always like one or two people that comment on every like voice acted audition thing. Can I be a voice actor? And it's like, well, if you follow the instructions that are mentioned in the video, then yes, because that's how it works.
Tell me you didn't watch the video without telling me you didn't watch the video.
But apparently he has watched the Mutant Girl. He's like mildly interested. So yeah,
I thought that's so. Me. Glad to put a comment to a chatter. Nice. I'm pretty sure FAFSA also ended on an odd number, but that I could be wrong. I don't remember. I blacked out.
I think FAFSA was actually 10 episodes. That's more standard for Gacha. 13 is more like anime.
10 to 12, yeah. 10 or 12 is the number I've seen a lot in season finales for Gacha.
Yeah. Well, this one is ending on 7, so I don't know if that's because this was the planned ending, or if there was nothing else.
No, as if this had no script, had no plan.
This well, I mean, yeah, true, but this series didn't have much of like a detailed story to begin with, so it does feel like it could wrap up decently in the time that we have. So yeah,
interesting.
That's my favorite gacha.
Guardians.
Yeah, well, my favorite gacha series is the Guardians. My favorite standalone gacha video. I have an answer to that, and I've forgotten what it was right now, so I'll get back to you.
It must have been real important to you. Anyways, if you're asking me, my favorite is Love Struck, and continues to be Love Struck. Anyway, I think Final Break is 12 episodes, but it might end up being 13. If I do a killer POV, well, that's news to your animator, so you might want to open up your communications a little bit more.
No, I'm picturing shaky cam with like a character's arm being visible, like in Minecraft.
Oh no, I was going full on Roblox Flee the Facility. You just see arm on right, arm on left with hammer, just running around with a red aura. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
All right then. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll have to commission William to do a Minecraft POV of the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That's going to be April Fool's. Oh, you're welcome.
No!
All right.
Do not bond me. No. No.
What's first favorite Gacha series and videos? Well, fair enough. If you can find them all, then absolutely. By the way, just for the record, this is Secrets of the Plex, not Secrets of Plex. So if you look it up, that's what you got to search for.
By the way, City of Troy.
It's on 2 separate channels, so good luck with that.
I'm not in the right place to ask your age, but if you are very young, I would not recommend Love Struck. It has some interesting content that might be too young for you. If you are if you are a minor.
Honestly, if you are of super low age, Secrets of the Plex might be a bit too scary. But to each their own. That's obviously people have different.
The only scary thing about Secrets of the Plex is its first season right now.
You say that KW, a fully grown woman has mentioned before how she got goosebumps from that one like laughing scene with like the and everything.
When I remake that, like everyone's getting goosebumps.
That you're remaking it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Season 1's gonna get remade for sure.
Oh, okay.
I need to still finish. No, Ghost Kitty. Like
I guess I've got more Taylor to do then.
Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't really thought that far ahead. Ghost Kitty, no, don't watch Love Struck. I know you. Don't watch Love Struck. It's not for you.
That's biggest Mirror's VA is such a bad voice. Well, I mean, in the remake, I guess we're gonna get more of that too.
No, City of Troy. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, it's not that.
Well, okay. In the case of Secrets of the Plex, it is. In the case of Love Struck, it isn't.
Yeah. Left on episode 4. Yeah, no, just stay there. You're good. You're good.
I mean, you got further than I did at the moment, anyway.
Actually, you know what? If you made it to episode 2, which is where the threshold is just crossed, you should be fine. If that's
I was gonna say that was that episode 2 was the time you said, yeah, don't watch this on the main channel, watch it on the Butter Bunch at some point.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? All right. If you made it to episode 4, then I guess you're fine.
Yeah.
And yes, Emily, that is correct. But you don't have to pin the message.
All right. Okay. Well, I won't have the message. I will actually start the video now.
Great.
With all the recommendations. The issue with doing so many calls to action is that a person can either forget all of them or just get too overwhelmed. That's why I keep telling Aiden, but he keeps ignoring me. Anyway. Without further ado, on with the review. I'm going to pause this in a sec. I'm going to do this in a second. I know. I'm waiting for something. That's all I wanted. Okay, I just wanted to show that I was like in sync. Yes, because I don't think we talked about that because we always mute at the very beginning. So I just wanted to make that.
Look at those black lines. You see those black editing lines?
Oh yeah, a lot of them, and the chroma key as well.
Yeah, I see chroma key. Wait, whoa. Wait, this is where we're starting?
Yes, but yeah, because last episode we left off with Phoenix having fainted from anxiety in the middle of a road.
Yeah, right.
So,
yes. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Get right back into it. Come on, Bond, lock in. It was my sister. Oh my god, we're so back.
What did she do to you?
Oh my god, you said you reviewed the episodes and you always forget the voice you do for Sora.
I reviewed the original episodes that don't have voices.
Luckily, I've gotten into a routine where I know the name now. It's you did a voice that was called Lumpy Space Princess. That's what you said.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
there you go.
Right.
Forget about it.
What is she doing? Okay.
We should go back to the dorms.
You haven't been discharged yet. You're in like a hospital, so you need to ask the doctors first.
Well, I mean,
okay, yeah, not because you're allowed to leave, but you probably,
any of my clothes, so I should actually really be fine.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyways. Oh, sorry, I'll leave.
Yeah, please take these lethal weapons outside of the hospital, please.
Yeah, he went in disguise and kept the katanas, I guess.
We talked about this last episode. Are you going to perform surgery on me? I mean, I think, like, you have to sign a few waivers first. Like, you will be notified.
Well, yeah, but this might be them notifying her. Anyway,
No,
I guess not.
I'm
Yeah,
here
I don't think there's a procedure called an anxiety-otomy yet. You know, we're not there in medical
God,
science yet.
no.
I'm here to ask questions.
Well, I would imagine a CT scan would be a fair assumption, but that's not surgery.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say a CT scan would, determine would like give you test results, right? So it wouldn't like,
Yeah,
change.
but like if she's fainted or had some sort of seizure of some sort, I don't know what happened in the aftermath because we just kind of jumped. It could be protocol to check to see inside her brain to make sure there's no issues.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a good thing to, think about, yeah, but it wasn't, the answer to the question, I guess. Anyways, after the questions.
Sorry. I got my slide whistle this time, so now I can actually do that funny bit that we were doing for the text.
Of course.
Hey, Sora. Sorry, Sora, wake up. Oh.
My lips are chapped.
Okay, Sora. Sora, I think it's time you should leave. Okay.
Let's just go.
Uh,
You want to see the questions? Nope. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would have I wouldn't have set up the idea of there being questions asked. Like, if you want to show the questions, that's fine because obviously, time wise,
yeah.
medical jargon and whatnot. But don't set up like that's really important to the episode and then don't deliver on it. That was the issue.
Tell me you don't know what a medical exam looks like without telling me you don't know what a medical exam looks like.
Oh yeah, if we ask Drago what a CT scan is, we probably couldn't tell us.
No.
Anyways, what's wrong? You want me to go inside with you?
That's an assumption. No thanks. Yeah. Gotta go now. It's getting kind of late.
I still won't give up on you.
Okay, Sora, what's the goal here?
The goal is to maintain her trust and induce the priest's friendship in order to
Yeah, let his mom in.
help.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm asking Sora as he's saying, I still won't give up on you. What's the plan here, bud? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean he has flirted with her a couple of times. Maybe he means go up on you in a romantic sense. Anyways, oh no.
I give you so much time, Sora. It was such an easy target too.
Are you kidding
And you
me?
can't do a simple task? I shouldn't have picked such a weakling. How many siblings do you have? How many servants have you birthed?
Not as many anymore. They don't all come back from their missions.
Oh no!
At least you don't deal with a witch like yo.
Whoa, that's your mother you're speaking to. Yeah, slap him. Slap him. No one speak. Yeah, never call me that.
What? I can't be honest with you now. Also, we're in like my headspace, so that literally did nothing to me.
I'm sorry, this is totally off topic, but like roundhouse kicks in Gacha are just so funny to me because it's implied that there's like established combat training, and to abuse her son, she's decided she wants to roundhouse kick him.
I mean, she is immortal, so I guess in that time she's probably had time to perfect it. But yeah,
Like a roundhouse kick seems appropriate if you're doing karate or like a fight, like proper combat. This is just you abusing your son, and you're deciding, oh yeah, warm up and spin, wha-bam, right in the face, perfect form.
To the credit of this video, at the very least, and of Drago, at least sort of fell in the correct direction, because I've seen so many roundhouse kicks in Gacha where the person falls to their
Falls
knees
forward.
with no momentum.
Yeah. It just cracks me up. And there's no fault on Drago here. It's not what I'm trying to go. But I just find that trope in Gacha just to be so funny. Because I'm trying to picture it in real life.
Yeah, I'm picturing now like at some point there will be like a Gacha production that will get a live action remake. Like at some point that's got to happen. Yeah.
Oh my
Like, I don't know
God.
which one it's going to be. I've got no plans of my own, but it's going to be something at some point.
Oh
And
my
when that
God.
happens, I wonder what they're going to adapt. Totally music freaks, but, something.
I can't imagine. Oh my God. Looks like you deserve punishment, because slapping you and roundhouse kicking you and then smacking you again wasn't enough. I have to whip out my lightsaber.
Of course. Looks like you deserve punishment.
Oh boy, not this again. I'm getting flashbacks from your tapes.
Maybe his katanas were actually lightsabers the whole time. Anyway, luckily those hits didn't really affect me. I'm only
Clearly.
blurting out. I blur my eyes all the time. This is nothing new. I'm gonna head back now.
So nonchalant. It's really hard to get back into the voice when I'm laughing. Okay. Still no sign of them.
Chin sputter's scratch. No, it is. Your arm's cut off. No, is it?
Well, what's that then? It's a flesh wound. Come on, you pansy.
What happened to the Gacha community? Where's 2018 Gacha? This was 2020, if I remember correctly. Not that far off, but still, If you want to know where's 2018 Gacha, it is alive and well on the Alpha Sisters channel.
Oh my God, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
Yep.
Took the word, like my mouth was open, took the words right out. Is that a lightsaber? Lady, you have fire floating around you. Just burn him like Zuko. Nice. Yeah, fair enough.
I think lightsabers are actually canonically hotter than most flames. But that's why you don't see like blood except like one time.
Dude,
the
Star Wars nerd in me has like come out only one time, and it was during the movie Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds in it. And he when he's fighting a big boss, he whips out a lightsaber and starts attacking the boss. But when the lightsaber just deflects off the boss, I'm just like, that's not how it works. It's supposed to burn right through. 0 out of 10.
Oh my goodness.
0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Unacceptable.
Yeah. Yeah, check it if you want to see other Star Wars nerd complaints. Check out the Butter Bunch reaction to Annie from yesterday, because BB was involved in that, and that speaks volumes for itself.
Yeah. I just checked My Witch Academy specifically. This episode was 2019. Well, you're not far off. This does
I just saw 5 years ago, so I just calculated. But yeah, fair enough. 2019 then. Anyways,
this is copyrighted. I know this song.
The original song is copyrighted. I think that these are this again classic Gacha. A lot of the time they had in other episodes of this, they actually had Jump Jump Superstar, whatever that song is called from Mario Odyssey. But they had the lo-fi version. This is the equivalent of that. They keep doing that basically.
I never know the difference. Like if it's a popular song that's just been turned into a music box, is it still copyrighted?
Legally speaking, yes.
Yeah.
as far as the content detection system goes, what adaptation?
Yeah, I have no idea what we were just talking about. Come on, Jacob, it's your line. Hurry up already.
I forgot the voice I did for this character as well.
Just to hide. Actually, you know what? The interesting thing is that I feel like for every single time that we've reviewed this, a different guest has voiced Yuki. So last time it was KW. Before that, it was Ghosty. Before that, it was someone else that I forget.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know what to do now.
All right. Where have you been?
10 out of 10. With Hikari. What?
Right.
Who's
That's
Hikari?
not true. Hikari is the principal.
Right.
One of the two gods that is currently toying with like Greek heroes.
Good. Nice one, Ghost Kitty. Oh, look, it's Yuki, the person with shrinking magic. Let's see how much she gets resized this episode. That's awesome.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. And why do you care either way? Honestly, Yuki, this is nothing new. You have like spent at least a week with this person and they have not acted any different. Like they walk away to some random place, they don't tell you where they were, and you keep asking the same question, what's wrong with you, only in different contexts.
Mm-hmm. Gacha Life mini movies are great, but some Gacha YouTubers, I, for the most part, have found the exact opposite to be the case. Like, most Gacha YouTubers that I've spoken to are some of the nicest people. Their content ends up being trash half the time, not the other half. So, just kind of like those things. It's like, I've seen what you like either from like their videos or from talking to them. I've seen what you're like as a person, so it hurts me to do this. So, here we go, Gacha review.
What? Am I not allowed to ask you a question?
That's not how you
No,
spell
just be
loud.
quiet. You have a point there.
Oh my goodness. Am I trying to sound like Stitch? Sounds nothing like that. What are you talking
It
about?
sounds like this.
I was
Nowhere
about to
near. No resemblance whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Aura?
Sounds one little car.
Oh wow, you're oh nice, yeah, great. I was just curious.
So
Is it hot in here or something?
slope.
Is that your Stitch? Like, really? Is that your Stitch impression?
I haven't heard him in a while, but I'm pretty sure that's,
A movie just released about him. Come on, bro.
Yes, well, the movie that I've watched released significantly a further time ago,
Oh man. Why do you hate me? Because you are a literal terrible person. You kill people! Let's start there! You kill people!
Yeah, Yuki doesn't know about the kill people part because she hasn't done that, but what she does know is that she made Aura cry by refusing to wear a hat one time and is now wearing the hat she once refused to. And from that point there was a sense of mistrust, and both of them, like to throw like remarks at each other. So they haven't gotten along ever before, so this shouldn't be a surprise, to be honest. Aside from the reason behind it in the first place, which, because she was very enthusiastic at first, it was only the hat situation that, kind of, shifted her. Although I'm guessing we're going to get some, backstory reason now for why, why that wasn't applicable. But yeah.
I don't know, man. I just like that plot was so stupid. I'm not gonna wear your hat. That hat came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
One.
Some superb, no so hard to bad.
You're tired.
Hmm.
I think I'll sleep here. I don't like sharing the room with Aura anymore. She keeps staring at me as I'm going to bed. It's kind of nerve-wracking.
Yuki also apparently keeps snoring really loudly as well.
Just waiting for Sora to get back and break into my house.
Even though I told him not to come in. Anyways, the next day.
Phoenix! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh no. The internal bleeding she suffered from the impact of hitting the ground when she fainted. It got to her.
You didn't treat the concussion properly! Oh, Yuki, don't.
I got this.
Yuki, don't.
Wake up! I gotta go to school.
Oh, like that was okay. That was no, I'm losing it now.
We got to go to school. Come on.
Must have been a long time since you heard Stitch. Jeez.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've said before, it's been a while.
Surprised you slept in your uniform. Oh my god, pick a side, Aura. You are crying over the fact that she wouldn't wear it, and now when she wears it after a long, hard day and just is too lazy to take it off and you judge her for it, shame on you! Alright, this was a hot button. I feel like I overreacted.
Oh my goodness.
I was obviously tired. You guys go ahead. I'll catch up. Aura goes back to her. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. She hates me. Okay.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
Aura's so self-centered, it's actually insufferable. I shouldn't have said that. Bye! I'll see you at school!
There's those face that look like she's sitting on the couch as she's pulling a Tigger and bouncing on her tail.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If only the tail were also on the cushion, but
I
yeah,
see it
close
too,
enough.
yeah.
Hmm.
For context, by the way, Aura voice you gave Aura's voice an FBI open up voice. So I'm just trying to stick to that.
Okay.
Guess I'll head to school since I'm lazy to go make breakfast. Not too lazy, just lazy. Yeah.
School.
I always fumble with it.
Yeah, also, yeah, this is another situation.
Oh, no!
Music box version of One Last Time by Ariana Grande, and yes, I did see the eye patch as
Oh
well.
no!
I should have known from him bleeding from his eye, which, in his dreams. Is it like the Matrix? Your mind makes it real? How did that...
It's a good thing it didn't affect him that much.
Yeah, clearly.
Dang it!
I'm like perfectly fine. Anyway.
Oh god, that's a terrible image. Sora, what happened to you? You're getting blood all over my face. It's in my mouth.
You've got blood on your face.
God,
Big disgrace.
Stop it. God, stop it.
I just fell. What are your car?
So this is caring for someone?
I mean, okay, in all that, like,
way to bring it back to you.
Like, yeah, she hasn't experienced that for herself yet, but like she knows the concept because she's pointed out in when it comes to other people before, so she knows what caring for someone is, theoretically at least.
Oh my god, yeah, way to bring it all back to you. But it's just curiosity, right? I can't possibly have a tend to feel emotions.
There it is. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. But by the way, can I just remind people that the person who has no tend to feel emotions last episode fainted from anxiety? Just want to remind people of that.
Guys, I think she has a tend to feel emotions.
Yeah. Just tend to express lying.
So asking that question means you care for someone? That is the conclusion you just drew.
I just fell into a line enclosure. Rather so.
I love the pauses between that. Also, that's Anchorman.
I was thinking of like the Aurora Borealis clip with like with like Principal Skinner.
Aura's tails are a dark blue, meanwhile her hair is purple. Does that imply Aura wears fake tails? No. Wouldn't that be weird in this world? Why would that be weird? Yuki's tail is also the wrong color, which is interesting. Or it's just the way things work here. You don't have to have the same hair color to have the same tail color. It's been proven many times. I mean,
there are some people that have different facial hair color
be
too,
proof
like
of that,
their
or
existing
is
hair.
mutant an exception because it's not supposed to be there?
Well, her tail has scales on it, so it's not. That's
No,
I'm
talking about the color. I mean, like realistically, would it be like if we're talking in the sense of like hair color equals other appendage color? Like, would that mean that her tail would have to be brown?
That would mean that hair color equals scale color, and there is no evidence in nature for that. So we could never check that.
Well, in that case, scale color is typically like skin color. So, like, would it be peach? Would it be treated like an extra appendage? Like,
I guess if we're going with the it should match, then yeah, it's an extra appendage anyway, but it just doesn't look
true. I get
like the others.
It's not fair. It's not. Sorry, it's not fur. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said fair.
Well, kinda. Are you really that clueless about the word car?
Not clueless, just has no tend to feel emotions, of course. I guess so. Hi, Ben.
Can I ask you something? How long have you been emotionless for?
Also,
never. That was a blatant lie.
Is the jumping screenshots new? I don't remember this last episode.
Yeah, that might have. I think that might have been. It might have been. There's some points, like including the resizing, where I imagine that Drago had to go back and redo an image, and just didn't align them properly.
Well, it's time
anyway.
for a flashback sequence.
I've only been seeing you surprised.
Well, then that would
The
count as an
emotion.
emotion, wouldn't it? Come on, Sora, put it together. I believe in you.
I haven't said anything else, even though you look very sad right now and confused. Both other emotions. I don't think Gacha tubers as a whole
That
realize.
is not sad or confused. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, she was confused about the concept of Carrie. She's confused, like, in a sense of, like, she doesn't know how she's feeling. That's confusion in itself. In terms of sadness, I guess, was like the general. Again, I'm reading the expression here, but that could also symbolize drunkenness in Gacha. But
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Considering this face shadow was on since before she woke up, I would imagine there's something else going on, like she's cursed or she's sick or something.
Or exhaustion, another emotion.
Is it? Yeah, I guess so.
Hmm.
I guess since when I was little. Back?
Okay, no, there we go. That shadow right there universally implies sadness in Gacha, so that's two.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the interesting thing about face shadows is that, like, the idea is that the characters don't see the face shadow. That's just for the audience, because obviously that, like, face shadows don't work like that IRL. If you're sad, your face just doesn't go black. That's just not how it works. But I guess
And when you're angry, you don't smile and have half of your face become obscured, but everyone's intimidated by that in Gacha.
It's a creative choice.
Which is like exactly what you're saying here. It's a creative choice for us, for the audience to see that rather than for someone else. But that does suggest that we, the audience, know that she is in fact feeling something and therefore lying again.
Fair. I thought you meant, like, from Sora's perspective, like what he's been able to absorb in terms of.
It does make me wonder what other Gacha characters see in universe to be intimidated if they don't see the shadow. Do they just see a person smiling like this and think, "Oh yes, that's very intimidating. I will do what you say."
I'd be intimidated by that.
I'm really angry.
I can tell. I can tell. So you've defeated the purpose by being inadvertently creepy. So anyway.
Okay.
No.
Ah. ...
With a sweat drip across my hat.
Oh.
I should probably get going now. I have classes to skip. I have people to kill.
And a main bully reputation to maintain, which has not been shown once in this whole series. Only verbally.
Except for just denying to wear clothing. How absurd! How vile!
Mm-hmm. What happened to your Phoenix? Says the person with an eye patch from a dream injury.
I think you're just deflecting. You're one of those people who just decides that you're going to put everyone else's feelings above your own to feel better.
Mm.
Not that I would know. Anyway, continue.
No, or me, yeah. I'm sure.
You would know.
I'm sure you know why you're like this. Well, yes, she knows. She told you the time point when it happened, so she has an idea. Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Oh, speaking of emotionless characters, here we go.
It's them!
Can you imagine this confrontation if these two actually were soulless husks? Like, that would be so funny. Like,
oh my God,
I am going to hurt you now, physically.
Oh no! Anyway, it's okay. I have no tend to feel pain. Oh, well, this will be fine then.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, it will.
I also have not been programmed with pain receptacles.
Oh, well, I have no tend to feel pain, so this fight should be quite counterproductive. Well, let's get it done then.
I once had a dent to my upper arm joint I did not notice for 3 weeks until regular maintenance schedule. That's like the school health inspection. They just bring in a mechanic.
Oh.
Anyway, I found my target. Oh, come on, it's target acquired. That's like universal robot jargon. Come on. Maybe I could use a spell to look like her.
Is this Among Us now? Death!
Yeah. I cast a spell to turn into the enemy to hurt the one I care for. You know, somehow when spells don't rhyme or they're not in Latin, they're much less intimidating. Or then again, I guess like when spells were originally written in their original like language and such, they wouldn't have been like that intimidating, would they? They would just been like regular speech. So yeah, I guess maybe this is a modern spell.
I can't imagine how many times people accidentally cast spells by just describing what they want to do or something like that.
Yeah, I need to remember this for I don't know, for the next time like, I write a book or something. Something to have spells, but like you know, every incantation is in the original language the spell was discovered in.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's copyrighted. Very copyrighted.
All right.
Tiki spots on.
Tiki spot on.
I don't know the theme.
Now I'm just imagining if Markov got a miraculous.
My
Anyway.
eyes, Grigo!
We're
Please
still
stop
going.
with these
We've had
TikTok
three fade downs, 3 fades to black in like the span of a second. 4 5 Okay. All right, I guess there we go.
And you still couldn't transform your eyes correctly, dude. Like after all that, the eye color changed like 3 different times.
Yeah.
Is that 6?
Tiki.
That's 6. Isn't it?
Yeah.
6. Yep.
And abrupt cut. Oh, back to the original music. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, I would say that Momoko would probably inherit Phoenix's voice. I say no.
This
Momoko
is in her.
voice
Well,
stinks.
okay. Well, these are her internal thoughts right now, so they would still sound. This is kind of what goes back into To anyone who has seen Dragon Ball Z abridged, when they did the Goku and Captain Ginyu swap part, they had the voice actors do impressions of each other, like how like they would deliver certain lines, but in their heads they would do the same. They actually swapped. So you know how in like body swap episodes they tend to swap the voices for some reason, even though you still have the person's vocal cords. So why would you? Anyway, they didn't do that in DBZA, but they did that in their heads. So I'm gonna I'll voice Momoka inside her head, and then
I'll voice Momoko when she's speaking in Phoenix's voice.
The robot
Right.
impression of Phoenix.
Jacob Fusion, let's go!
Now I can ruin my life. If it's coming to Dragon Ball so much that yes, I had to meet this friend.
Oh, hey, Alex. So glad you're relevant again. Not.
That is true. He was the main character in episode. He was the main character in episode 5.
Yeah, I was going to say under heavy quotations.
Yeah.
Looks like the teacher didn't come today.
Yeah. I forgot his voice as well.
I don't remember. Go. You just do a different one.
Okay.
Hello, Phoenix.
Oh boy.
Am I gonna paint these walls? Am I right?
You thought that. I thought the manager of Spud Hut. If you know that reference, then we are stretched.
I don't, unfortunately.
That's
anyway.
Smosh. That's a Smosh reference that I know that you don't. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sharing that with you.
Well, because I've seen the recommendation for it. I just haven't actually watched the series yet.
Oh, it's so you will love this bit. It's so good. Okay, I will show it to you after.
Yeah. Like the idea of doing a series like that reminded me of like when Smosh did Part Timers, which actually, if anything like that, you know, we did a FNAF reference in there. Yeah. I'm glad you know Part Timers. That's an obscure one.
I watch a lot of compilations, and that somehow made it into one of them.
Oh, fair enough. You showed me the baseball episode. I never laughed that hard a long while. I couldn't stop laughing. Was that the baseball episode in Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super? Because they're both good. I'm just wondering which one. Yeah.
Yes, this is something I connect to. I know exactly what you were talking about. Ha 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 ha. Very funny baseball episode. Ha ha.
Very funny. FNAF rep was number 17 billion from you. Anyway.
Excuse me? I go out of my way to not bring up FNAF references in front of you just so you can feel included in conversations. You shut your trap. You have no idea the lengths I go to.
All
I
right,
can
fair enough.
guarantee you hear FNAF references more from everyone in this chat, like from Emily, from BB, more than you hear it from me. Get out of
That's
here.
true. Yeah, to amend collective you, everyone watching. Yeah, the one of the brothers are arguing about that. I couldn't remember if it was Super or Zero. That's Super. Yeah, that's Beerus and Champa. Yeah.
Want to hang out together after school?
I've never seen a male Gacha 2018 style character who seems to be like dressed and portrayed as like clearly like alpha demon wolf hybrid be such a like a friendly beast, you know, just like, hey, you want to hang out after school? He's so sweet. I like him.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Screen time.
he doesn't match any of the other characters in terms of like their personalities, but that just makes him a breath of fresh air by comparison.
Exactly. But he's also unfortunately just being used as a plot device for Aura, which I
And in response to the question, "Do you want to hang out after school?" she asked something completely irrelevant.
Fair enough. Hey, do you know where the bathroom is? And then Aura's gonna be like,
oh
no, they're talking!
Her brain just pulled a Monty Python on us, and now for something completely different.
Keep going straight until you see restroom in the left side.
Bless him. He's so sweet, and he gives her the right direction too. Oh, all right, thanks.
Unless he gave her directions to the boys' bathroom by accident.
Poor baby.
Alright, that's got the gray chair behind. I am assuming this is her class. My assumption is based on the fact I saw her walk out from the class.
I like the idea that Momoka just cannot see Phoenix walking out of that
class. Chances of this being Phoenix's class, 98%. And then the teacher's like, alright, roll call everyone. Phoenix? 100%.
Oh my shoot, you little jerk! I was just about to go there. I was literally about to say, like, she comes up to the classroom and she's like, 90% certain that this is her classroom, and then like she sees Phoenix walks out, 99% certain. Like I was about to go there. It's totally different.
Okay. All right. My first going to be the bad guy suddenly out of nowhere. Fair enough. We'll see. It's the demon part.
I hope so. He has every right to start a villain arc.
Weren't you just going to the restroom?
I think we call that bingo instant. But yeah, all right.
Wow, that's smart of you, Momoka.
And the
it's obviously not that smart if you can recognize her instantly. That means the disguise is not good.
Maybe it's
she wasn't there for that.
I can imagine Momoka has a certain way of walking like a wind-up doll. So as soon as Phoenix walks into the classroom, she walks like a toy soldier. Yeah, exactly. Marches in.
She walks like Crichton from Red Dwarf.
And also, KW, if you want to take over my bingo, you're going to have to mention the everyone on call mentions their series as well. Because we both talked about our seasons for Mutant Girl and Secret of the Plex, respectively.
Yeah.
Wait, I changed my mind about going.
Your eyes seem to have changed too. Your eyes, for some reason they seem robotic.
I can see why Annie wasn't.
Oh crap, he figured out I'm an animatronic.
Still, you're beautiful. I will question nothing else.
No. Still, you're beautiful, but the bathroom's not this way.
That's better, yeah. Where? Anyway. How did I not get her eye color right? I mean, to be fair, you weren't looking at her at the time.
My eyes color change. Oh crap. My punctuation. It's glitching. I'm panicking. I have to go to the bathroom.
Again?
It's
Mhm.
same place.
I have been infected with Yoda. To install antivirus, the virus spell checker. Initiating update.
Anyway,
Okay.
I don't want to be friends with you anymore.
Wait, so we were friends from the start?
I
That's even better!
love Momoka inadvertently making things better.
It's like the Commander Fist Fight series from from Pro ZD.
It reminds me of it's Ferris Bueller core, where just
Oh.
everything the principal does just makes it better.
Hmm.
Yes, and don't talk to me again.
Okay, now I'm getting some mixed messages here. Alright, fine. Be that way.
Oh, Alec!
I don't play mind games. I know what I want and I go for it.
That's it? That's all you came in there to do? What is your mission? They had they had no interaction prior. Do you not know about, Yuki and Aura especially, or Sora? Do you know the 3 characters that Sheen's seen hanging out with? Not Alec at
They
all?
haven't seen that class, yeah.
Oh my god, Momoko!
That's a good point because Emerald and Momoka saw Phoenix next to Yuki and Aura specifically, and not Alec, because
What
that was when
Alec?
Alec was locked out of his dorm. So he wasn't around for that scene. But yeah, I know how they could have fixed that departure, at least not the entrance, because there's that was that's weird anyway. But they could fix the entrance by saying that Momoka can I don't know, detect through heat signature or something that Phoenix is coming back, and that's why she had to leave. But maybe not.
I
don't
feel
know.
okay. This is off topic again, but Jacob, I swear you infected me with something, because I'm still over here with Bruno Mars, and as soon as Phoenix started walking in, I'm just in my mind, you should give him space. You have done
You
something
see
to
the
me, I swear.
shadow on his face.
You have done something to me, I swear.
Hmm.
Hey, Alec, I thought about what you said earlier, and what's up with you?
I like to imagine that. I'm picturing
Chair?
the chair shuffle sound
Yes!
effect. Yeah.
We both went to the same place. Why are we going today? What the heck?
I don't know.
Hey, Alec, can I talk to you? No,
Sounds like we
Alec, I
swap
swear,
roles.
and the chair just moves further away.
Mhm.
Don't talk to me. You know what you did. And I'm not gonna tell you what you did, because communication kills, trope.
Oh boy, I love when this becomes a climax every single time.
Hmm.
Was it because I ignored your offer?
Just shut up and quit acting innocent.
Okay, this is not how you
I have
act in a
never acted
situation
innocent
like
in my
that. Why are you
life.
becoming so aggressive? If I'm trying to put myself in Alex's perspective here. If this happened to me, I'd be a bit annoyed with the mixed messages. I'm like, okay, I'm doing what you wanted. Why are you what is this? And then there'd
Yeah.
be a communication. What are you talking about? And then this could all be remedied. But no, because this is 2019 Gacha and climaxes are stupid, it has to be like this. Great, perfect.
Yeah. I'm also just hardwired to call out somebody the moment they contradict themselves in any situation. So
Oh,
yeah, that's
trust me, we all know.
yeah. So I would do the exact same thing for similar reasons.
Yep.
So there's this one girl I got I got put in a group with for rehearsal, and she would a lot of the time whenever I proposed something, then she would turn down the idea and then rephrase it a minute later. I'm like, oh wow, what a surprise! I wonder if anyone would have said that before. Suddenly you're okay with that. I said it every single time, making sure she never got away with it.
What a great partner.
Hmm.
What a great Sorry, correction. What a great partnership. This seems
Yeah,
very good for both of you.
Fortunately, there were more people in that group, so it wasn't just the pair of us.
It's not like I care anyways, because, you know, I've just decided I care about things now, because the plot has to advance.
Yeah. It's Phoenix. Hi, Phoenix.
Don't talk to me, you annoying brat. God! Phoenix! Please! Pick up, like, honestly, I had this problem with our previous review as well. Like, pick a personality and stick to it, please. There's a lot of characters here who do stick to their personalities, which is great. Not Phoenix! Oh, wait. Oh, I'm
This is
stupid. Never
Momoko.
mind. That's Momoko.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Forget everything I just said. She fooled me.
Well, there we go. I guess the eyes aren't as much of a giveaway.
Yeah, forget everything I said.
I'm sorry, Phoenix. I'm a bad best friend.
Dude, this is like the
You don't
first
even know that I'm
chapter
gonna
where all-
betray you and
where-
feed
where
you to
all-
my mom.
All the men are so great. They don't just start a fight. They're all like submissive, like, oh, okay. Just all of them get their feelings hurt. They're all doormats. Oh, justice for Sora and Alec.
This is you, because it's
Oh,
Momoko.
sorry. Since when were we best friends?
That is a good question, because Sora has stated it multiple times. The only person that Phoenix has ever stated to be her best friend was Autumn in episode 1. Beyond that, everyone else is an assumption.
Can we talk about that? How Autumn is like a prominent character in the title and the theme, but like has never shown up since then?
I think the theme, like, I know we skipped it, but like the intro sort of changed. Like I think in episode 5. That's where like the slap came in.
Yeah. And then Autumn slowly but surely stopped showing up in them.
This is what happens when you don't have a script, so you don't know what characters are going to be important overall.
Yep. Besides, who would be friends with a useless person like you? Hey, Momoko, this is what you should have been doing from like square one. But like, dang, dude, you're really going for the throat. Like, you can just like plant a seed and it'll grow on its own. You don't need to go the full 9 yards.
Maybe she's going like, well, I guess because she doesn't really know everyone, so she has to be as vague as possible, or as broad as possible, I should say, to, you know, cover the bases, because she can't, you know, like weasel her way in.
You could have stopped at since when were we friends?
Yeah.
And that seed would have grown in Sora's mind and like infected him like a plague.
I wonder if she's going systematically as well. Like are we going to see Yuki next and then Aura? You know, just like, you know, go up the levels of emotional damage.
No, we saw them behind Phoenix and Alec in that classroom.
I mean, yeah, well,
or you mean like
she
later in
could
the
come
day,
back.
you mean?
Yeah, like later in the day she can come back, because I mean she's got to get to them eventually, right? They're, you know, they're too important to ignore.
Fair enough. And don't talk to me again. I've had enough of your existence. Wow. Going for the
I shouldn't
throat.
have fallen for her.
Also, Ghost Kitty, I absolutely support this. Forget shipping Phoenix with anyone. Can we ship Alec and with Sora? Absolutely. Absolutely. Those two would be amazing for each other.
Normally I'd say there's not enough like interaction between the pair of them, but it's Pride Month, so let's slide.
They were seen in the bushes together one time.
Oh, well, I mean, to be fair.
I realized it just sounded like said every fangirl ever to any ship. They
Yeah,
were close
yeah.
together one time.
That's the thing, you know, like the very first live Gacha review, you know, that was hey, I'm gonna ship these two characters that happen to be speaking together at this point in episode 1, where we don't have any establishment for them at all.
Woo!
Anyway, because I gotta take her to my mother.
You don't have to worry about getting abused.
There's no point in trying to still love her. She rejected me a bunch of times, but this rejection,
This
that's
is the
very
last
different.
straw.
Yeah.
I've had it because the plot needs to plot.
We've got only like an episode and a third left. We gotta speed this up. Anyway,
This is you, Jake.
hopefully I acted just like her.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
you kind of did.
You were,
In
yeah,
a surprising
you were a
way.
little spot on.
This is supposed to be like different enough, but it really isn't.
You were Phoenix on a bad day. Like, that's it.
there's still about 2 more people left. What do you mean about 2 more? What robot says about to anything?
Approximately 2 more people.
Wait, is that because Yuki's so small she doesn't count? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh god, don't say that.
Hmm. At least from what I saw. Oh, speaking of them.
You.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, finally.
He
Welcome to Alec.
got upset since I ignored his offer. Anyways, I'll be back. I'ma go apologize to him, cause I care. Now. Pick a plot!
Well, they excuse the figures not to be here so Momoka can enter the scene.
Yes, I know! But this is stupid!
Oh, you're sticking up with Aiden now. Aura looks dead inside. Yeah. I mean,
You're right, she does! I wasn't looking at her, yeah. She's getting war flashbacks right now, yeah.
yeah, no, it's fine. A light breeze can set her off, so that kind of tracks for her.
Yeah,
Anyways.
and I know deep down she cares for us too. So let's have Momaka here. Yeah, I know. Let's have Momaka come in from the side, away from the stairs that Phoenix clearly just went down, and we're gonna believe everything that fake Phoenix says. Sure, let's do it.
By the way, I want to clarify, I do not care for you. I am correcting your error in speech. Anyways.
Yeah, they're having this conversation, then Momoko, oh my god. Momoko walks by. It's like, oh, I'm sure she cares about us so much. And Momoko walks by, no, I don't. And then just goes away. Oh, she doesn't
Man,
care about us!
they weren't lightsabers. And by the way, the eye patch has switched to eyes, because that keeps happening when you invert gacha characters. No one ever notices.
Oh, hey, Sora.
Hello, Phoenix.
And the teachers are nowhere to be seen. What are you doing with that? I mean, those.
You see, have you heard of a concept called Chekhov's gun? I introduced the swords in Act 1, therefore I must use them in the climax.
Chekhov's gun to us, and us only, no one else. Our casual viewers would be like, oh, where did these swords come from? Meanwhile, we're over here, seasoned veterans. Oh, we know. And we're mad because they don't melt metal.
Well, they've seen him in this episode with katanas. He brought them to the hospital with him.
Again, it wasn't addressed in the video. That's what we're saying. It's from us, not from the casual viewers. Anyway,
Alright.
KW. Oh, gods, whip out his swords. Oh yeah, you would know a lot about people just randomly whipping out weapons, now wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
You also look like a pirate.
Mm-hmm. I'll gladly take it off. Look, I can do it fine.
No, not the blood splurt again. Just
I'm perfectly fine. The doctor said I was gonna lose my vision, but what do they know?
I love the idea that Sora does not have to use his swords at all. That his gushing eye can just do everything on its own and just erupt like a tidal wave.
That actually happened in Dragon Ball once. They were fighting. They were fighting against an invisible man, and Yamcha came up with the idea to get Master Roshi to animate Nosebleed onto the invisible man, so that then no, sorry, it was Krillin who thought of the idea, so Yamcha could fight. There you go.
Oh, tweening! Oh, I see the outline. Ooh, so good. Oh! I don't like that.
Wait! Can we?
You're missing the top of your iris there.
Can we get a slide whistle? Can we get a slide whistle for that, please?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And then they disappear.
For a second, yeah. Because if you don't pre-render stuff, that's what happens. Anyway.
Not necessarily. That was just a cutting before the scene changed issue. That wasn't a fake black issue.
Yes, but if you pre-render those things together, once you've like synced up the frames, you don't usually have the issue of, oh, I'm gonna have to fade this one down or cut this one and then have to cut this one. I say that knowing that.
I think that's just two editing styles clashing, because that's not what would happen to me. I've had this issue very frequently, where I'm like limbs and appendages are being lost between cuts because I cut it off too early. Why did the slide whistle make it better? Because the slide whistle makes literally everything better. Like, I walk into a room and I think, what does this situation need? And every single time, the answer has always been the same.
Yeah. Anyway, there, much better, right?
Who did that to you?
Well, you thought I was wearing an eye patch and think of someone dizzling to me? Doesn't matter now, cause I'll show my mother how useful I am. I would never reveal the identity of my attacker, especially when it's my mother.
Anyway, Hikari, this is your one job. Keep an eye on Sora, and you're not here. Just wondering if you should be closing.
If anything, Hikari probably should have noticed that Momoka's going around disguised as Phoenix. Yeah, as well.
Like you should be like getting off.
Like you have two chosen.
Setting
you have two chosen ones.
Like I'm just
you have two chosen ones, and then they didn't do them.
Considering this is your top priority, I'm just thinking, might not be as important as you think, as you are not letting it out to be. Come on, man, get up. What is he talking about? Oh,
Naruto run. Classic 20.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like
this. Okay.
Don't
Not so bad.
Don't it. No, I hate it. Hate it. This is the type of editing you see where they're like, trust the process, and then it transforms into something amazing.
I've seen kicked folks fall to their knees. It spread like a disease, so this fight is not so bad.
Am I so slow? Hate it. No.
I've seen keyframing as well, but that could have been a spell. So this is still not so bad.
W, mark it on the bingo. I'm holding you responsible now for this stream.
Okay, come on. That we did that earlier. But anyway, you will successfully than I did.
Oh, look, the G's cut off. Sorry, we have to pause. The G is cut off in something. You're captioning, they're not captioning.
I gotta do something. You can run, but you can't hide.
No. Do that again. No. Do that again. Monty voice. That's an actual Monty voice line. Do it.
All right. Okay. You can run, but you can't hide. All right.
That hurt, and now it's hard for me to run. I run at Mach negative 10 miles per hour.
This actually, I mean, we mentioned Miraculous earlier. This did happen to Ladybug one time, where she got caught like a time bubble. She had to go like, I must warn Cat Noir, like that. Anyway,
I gotta make something that'll make Sora forgive me. You don't even know what you did. But I never did. There you go. But I never did anything. It's like someone else is doing this, and I have to take the blame. Oh, it really is like that, isn't it? Well, not one for athleticism. Nice.
With a -2 modifier for a total of -1, so she was going backwards.
It's too late to figure this out. I just gotta make Sora forgive me.
I mean, if anything, it's too early to figure it out, so you can make Sora forgive you first and then work it out later.
That is entirely correct.
It's like the little bit of stumble that she did there.
Oh, I think. Don't talk to me.
I like how she walked up to them. Don't talk to me.
Why? What's wrong?
I feel like, you know what? I say this. She was like super vague before. This is all that we needed to get Aura to crumble, honestly. Just, the
That's
one
what I'm
simple
saying.
sentence.
You
Yeah.
just need a seed. This will absolutely rip Aura apart, even though this is actually very convincing for a Phoenix replica.
Yeah. So, it's like, why? What did I do? Did I do something? I mean, I don't know. You don't seem mad. I'm just saying with Moses, but did I do something? No, but seriously. No, but like, I'm fine. No, but did I?
Aura
No.
is
Did I?
Aura
Did I?
is
Did I?
literally-
Did I?
Aura is literally me when someone doesn't text me for like 2 minutes after I sent a message.
Man, if you
You're
actually
the only
dated people,
exception.
that'd be a train wreck.
Yeah, you're the only exception.
Hmm.
Also, Ghost Kitty,
Right.
you don't understand. The butt wings make her center of gravity really bad when she's airborne. Like, you don't get it.
There is an actual like AFMAL video where they do that, where they put like helicopter propellers on people's butts and they have them like flying around like this.
Right? Like, no, you're gonna fold.
Yeah, they did. Anyways,
Don't touch me.
I thought she was
genuinely
gonna.
thought you were gonna push her off the roof.
I thought she was gonna like lift her and throw her because you had like her hands like this,
I
and didn't
would've
like
killed
there was
her
no like
right
forward. There's no forward motion or anything, As Randy Feltface would say, your thrusting technique was off.
She's twice Momika's size and launch her across the roof. That would be amazing.
Well, I mean, but she's got robot strength. I imagine that like underneath the
I am
disguise, she still has like a
Optimus
same
Prime.
physiology. Yeah.
No, sorry. I got one better. I am woman! Hear me smash! And just throws her.
And then she pushed me. She pushed me with her cold, hard, almost metallic hands. And then slapped me with one of those cold, hard, almost metallic
Oh,
hands.
that must really hurt. You're metal on skull right there.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm here in the nurse's office with a fracture. Oh, and of course, speaking of people, throwing someone than twice their height. Yes. Don't you dare lay I assume finger. Oh wait, no, it's
says
finger because it
finger
says
on
on
her
there.
hat.
Okay, yeah, on Aura again.
Oh, when you say nothing.
Hmm.
Fine. He won't find me in here. I mean, there was only one door. There's no way he'll check it. Hikari, where are you?
Mhm.
I can't help but think that Sora's just like winking down the hall permanently.
I imagine that he's like sharpening the katana, like
Oh god, no, not on each other. No. That's really bad for the steel.
Yes, but it's more of an intimidation tactic. Again, it happened in DBZA.
Oh no! The one door I went through! How did he know?
Looks like I found you. It would be really fun if like he actually found Momoka instead. Or wait a minute, that's what could happen. What if instead he accidentally kidnapped Momoka and took Momoka to his mum?
Ooh. Nah,
opportunity.
Drago's not smart enough to do something like that.
Ah.
Look, I'm sorry. Just please leave me alone. What should I do now? I
Throw
should
books at him.
kill him! 'Cause I do that! I'm just not a killer anymore! You are now not a killer! I'm crashing out!
I was gonna say throw books at his like bleeding eye, but yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, she has been known to. Yeah.
Kill people! You don't have a script! You don't watch the previous episodes! You don't know your own lore!
I will say, like, if someone isn't willing to write a script for whatever reason, because I know that for some reason GotTubers like to give me a lot of pushback for that sometimes. If you're not gonna do that, bare minimum, at least rewatch your content. Because I'll say this, does the audience do that as well? Every time that a new episode of Mutant Girl comes out, the audience goes and some of them go back and watch the at least the opening of the season, if not the whole thing. So, should do the same.
Complicated relationship with this series.
Yeah, it doesn't even take that long, to be honest, because I mean, I rewatched everything up until this point in the span of like, I don't know, like probably like around 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's a good thing I have a script, because if I had to go back and watch every episode of season 2 of Secrets of the Plex, like I'd be in for like a 45-minute sit down.
Yeah.
Why hasn't anyone caught him yet? I haven't seen anyone around on campus. Yeah, that's important to point out, isn't it?
For your information, I evacuated the building. Duh.
I set a fire.
It's almost like they have an emergency protocol for like when a mad person with 2 katanas comes out wielding and like, you know, threatening to stab people. They're probably all like under the tables in the class or something. You know, like you know, that's what they do in like a lot of like
Lockdowns,
American
yeah.
drills. Which, to be honest, like I was in one of those American drills during elementary school. Even as a 6-year-old, I question the logic behind that. It's like, aren't we just sitting ducks in this case? And doesn't everyone who comes into schools know that we do this kind of thing, and therefore
so
would like
reassuring to
immediately
know that
immediately
if
think, yeah,
come in, we will all inevitably die because we are all not at all inconspicuous.
yeah, like if 6-year-old me figured that out, I'm sure that, you know, grown hypothetical attacker would also be able to do so.
Right? Because I always question the logic of that too. If the shooter or like weapon wielder comes into the school with malicious intent to hurt students or teachers, and he comes into the school and sees all the lights off and the doors locked, his assumption is not going to be, well, I guess nobody's here. I guess I'll just turn around.
What I also didn't know at the time, because, you know, it's not something that they would tell you immediately, but a lot of people who do that kind of thing have a vendetta against specific people who they would presumably know the schedules of and know what class to go to. Anyway.
Looks like I'm done for.
Ah, yes. Hug him. He's been through a lot.
No, you were up here. Hikari sounds like this.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. Hug
That's
him.
it.
He's been through a lot.
Muska muska.
I'm sorry, but I can't do anything to help you. You see, much like Dumbledore, whenever there's actual danger, I've been called up to the ministry or something, so I'm not around.
No, Hikari is British. This is just uncanny.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm British Mickey Mouse now.
Well, Ghost Kitty, you get what you wanted.
Spot of tea, Pluto.
I don't know. Everyone's always running.
Care to explain what's going on with me?
You're going to get above your dad. Yeah, exactly. Also, yeah, as far as this goes, this happened.
You can solve anything with the power of friendship.
Yeah, this happened in Emerald's Secret, by the way. Aaron thought the best way to snap Aphna out of forever potions was by hugging her. I mean, it worked eventually, but, you know, at the expense of Aaron. Anyway.
I'm not sure, since I'm not on campus.
Oh, there we go.
Where are you? And I'm so sorry!
All I sense is someone seeking for revenge, and I assumed from context clues it would be Sora.
This was
even though I
your
don't know why
one job! What kind of unearthly errands are you running right now?
Okay, see, here's the thing. The person seeking revenge right now is Emerald, who's only combated Momoka on the execution of her plan thus far in the episode. Meaning that Hikari, if all she can sense is someone seeking revenge, then what she gets right now is Momoka, but she's guessing it's Sora. Imagine if like the whole situation with Sora didn't happen, and Hikari just came in and was like,
hug him, he's been through a lot.
What are you talking about? This is Momoka, it's my doppelganger. Wait,
what? Hold on, what? Wait, back up a second. Is Sora not chasing you?
I just get a feeling, I don't know who. I don't get a reading on these things. They really need to update the technology.
All I know is that someone somewhere is seeking revenge on someone or something. And naturally, I thought it was Sora.
Meanwhile, Emerald's just sitting in class like, this won't have crazy repercussions. I'm going to continue working on my project.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile,
I mean,
there's
I
like
imagine Emerald
four,
is just
there's
happily
4 hallway fights going on outside right now.
Emerald is just happily sitting back while in the safe knowledge that her headmaster is an idiot.
I must go now. My planet needs me.
Looks like you're awake.
You sit there
You
and
know,
wait for her to wake
I
up.
could have captured, I could have captured you without harming you and taken you to my mother for your
Oh,
teleportation while
thank
you were
goodness you're
unconscious.
awake. Now I can knock you out again.
Are you awake? Good. How
All
about
right? Yeah, exactly.
now? Yes, let's yeah. And yes, okay, fine, yeah. So we think of the same thing.
Nah, too much editing.
Not talking, eh? Oh my goodness! I
Oh
thought with
my
the way she
God.
was like going, she was going straight towards. If he hadn't moved that katana in that precise second,
Skewer, Phoenix skewer, Phoenix kebab right there. Serving cold,
Oh.
but don't worry, they're good cold.
Yeah, or roast them. Have some Phoenix s'mores. Honestly, yeah.
Oh
Anyway.
God.
Oh, okay. She got stabbed anyway, or
Nope,
like,
nope.
slashed anyway.
Your-
My effing fingers, Gricko.
Yeah, your fingers are gone.
Mhm.
Oh, nice beard. That looks like something I would draw.
Mhm.
You're never alone, Sora.
Mother, it's from you while I get my bad grammar.
I know it's hereditary. There was nothing I could do.
Will you ever leave, Mummy?
Stop sounding like a frat boy, son. Of course not, sweetie.
Mummy, what's a frat boy?
You'll understand when you're older.
Well, this is a very different image for Yummy, by the way. Don't know what happened here.
Okay, Mummy.
This is
Oh,
probably shut
I'm
off.
so sorry, Phoenix. Oh, okay, there we go. That was the end of part 1, I suppose, with both of them bleeding out through different parts of their body. Well, as far as the revenge plan goes,
I don't
you know.
think Emerald was expecting anything like that to happen.
No,
Emerald, I
she
feel,
wasn't,
was
which
the
makes it
only-
better, I think.
Emerald was the. Also, I know what KW is doing. All right.
I know. I see it as well.
Emerald,
Yeah.
Emerald was the only one who actually did what I suggested, which was just plant a seed. And just showing my example of what happens when you just plant a seed, how deeply that can take root. Emerald's just sitting there in class thinking that all she was doing was separating some friends when in actuality has just started a whole war.
Yeah. Which I do like because, of course, Hikari is the one who told Phoenix not to mention that to anyone. Not that she had brought it to Emerald anyway, but still. As far as she's concerned, she just wants her expelled from the school, which obviously would have
Right?
bad repercussions for everyone involved, not just Phoenix, because her presence there is important to every single party. So yeah, she's blissfully unaware of that. And I do like when minor antagonists that set off bigger consequences they thought was a possibility. Because they have no context for anything else, because that's in the stakes between different types of antagonists. So I like that. The point is that the only issue with that is that the reason that she wants revenge is because Phoenix sassed her back after she called her a loser.
What?
That's why she wants revenge and wants her
I
expelled.
can't have another bully. There's only room for one.
I was the top bully in my old school. You're no match for the likes of me. I'll have to morph into you. Curses, my one weakness, miscommunication. So yeah, the reason behind what happened, not in favor of that. The execution of it could have been improved, but the idea itself, I'm behind. Let's see what
I
KW
can
thinks.
find it. I can find What is that picture? Is it you? That's you in a FNAF cosplay. Is this when you went to go see the FNAF movie?
Yes, this is when I decided to dress up as my FNAF OC, Mira.
So many
Uh,
questions. Oh,
yeah.
hi, Mira. How's it going?
Tired, you know, just been doing stuff in season 2, you know, like, go check that
So
out,
many
guys.
things.
Yeah, go check that guys out if you're wondering what's going on, why I'm tired all of a sudden and whatnot.
You will not find anything out.
I'm surprised that you're so tired considering you're part mechanical. I need to investigate and recharge
Oh
you.
my God, the whole cast is here. Taylor, you don't understand. It's not her robot that's the issue here. It's her soul.
Yeah, it's my
mind.
soul. It's just the soul, yes.
Binding is loose. Her
It's
soul's
a pity you're not.
being
It's a
attacked.
pity you're not purely mechanical, because otherwise with one recharge, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Recharge? I don't even need a recharge. I just live in the daycare. I'm literally running on solar power.
Yeah, so just so you know, I am not
the
happy
window-
with
but the
your
roof is
friend Moon.
It's artificial solar power.
Wait,
you know those
so that's
things
just-
that they
isn't
use
that
for
just-
arrow gardens? It's like that.
Isn't that just power?
See, I tell the kiddos it's solar power so they can be sustainable in future generations, but much like most of Fazbear Entertainment, I'm not telling the truth.
Yeah, you forgot to remind me that at night or when the lights are off, you have a evil twin of sorts, or just a really rude twin named Moon, because he didn't let me leave the
If it-
daycare.
If anything, I should have probably mentioned that when I did all the repairs.
Well, the problem is that Sun in this universe, not I mean, the the universe. Sun in this universe can switch and stay Sun during the darkness. It's just it was selected that Moon was to come around because if I was out, I'd probably let you go.
Wow!
So it was important to
I
the
could've
plot
snuck
that
away.
you remain.
Exactly. It was my protocol. Anyways, what universe? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Your
Totally
protocol!
wasn't a little
Wait,
bit of
hold
fun
on, son.
something out
Hold
there.
on. It was your protocol to make sure I was held hostage in the daycare.
It worked, didn't it? You didn't leave.
Yeah, because you forced me to stay when I wanted to go out.
Don't worry. The protocol makes sure we go to any measures to keep you in.
Okay, so I have a question here. If both you and Moon wanted her to stay, why'd you bother switching?
Because I'm too nice. I would probably let her go if she asked me.
Or maybe best for
Then just
Son
knock
to
her out
do so
before-
Son can clean up.
Yeah,
Like-
sure.
No, it was important that she stayed conscious so we could monitor her behavior.
Yeah, it's not like I like. Hey man, you never know. I might sleepwalk.
This is true. Also, Monty, are you glitching? Your camera seems to be moving at 3 frames per
I
second.
feel like we all kind of implicitly have done that, but I'm always glitching.
You're always good.
It's fair. You're missing. You're
I think
missing
we should
the
do another
spell of your blood on
scan.
your leg.
No more scans. I'm spick and spandy.
Monty.
I'm spick and spandy. I'm perfectly okay. No more scans for me. Bye. What to do? Come back here.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, those two. They should just kiss
And there
already.
you go. Off they go. They both.
What? What?
Hey, I'll leave. That nothing have to do with me.
I love that switch. That was awesome.
The what?
The double what?
All right.
By the way, KW,
Well,
you
speaking of switches, we've got.
you can stick around if you want. Like we have an open
Oh, yeah.
slot if you
You
want
can
to
be
stick
Yuki
around.
again.
Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't planning to stay for long or anything like that, just because I did just woke up from a nap when
Yeah.
you guys
That's fair.
started. It
That's
just
fair,
all
but I just
like,
We have a-
wanted,
we
I
have a
wanted
bit-
you to know the option was available to you if you didn't think it was.
Can we have a bingo for bingo KW didn't plan to stay but did?
I feel like it falls under the same umbrella of does something she says she's not gonna do, then does it.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't
I
say
didn't know it was
whether or
already on
not I
there.
joined the call or anything like that.
It's
I
like
was
a
like,
ref-
oh
it's a
no, I
refined
woke
bingo.
up from that nap. I'm late to see what happens in the beginning of the episode or whatever. So I miss a lot of stuff. Because, like with Bond here, this series, I gotta tell you, I either love it or hate it. I love it because it's so bad, but also hate it because it's so bad. Like, I can't decide. It's like,
I know, it's a complicated relationship, KW. We all
Mhm.
understand it.
Yeah.
ugh.
We all feel it. Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to read this comment. Can Phoenix stay dead and we see the aftermath of her death? She's not dead! She just got her fingers cut off!
I
Yeah,
mean,
you don't die immediately from that. If
You-
it's
you
unattended,
can.
you might
You can
if it's
later.
not there for long enough, you might die from the blood loss. But
Yeah.
if it's treated within some time. Also,
I
yes. Oh, that's
mean-
right. Sword Scar has changed. One of them has been removed. It's
To
like
a good,
Asmon's
though.
healing magic.
Yeah, KW.
what
Let's
what
get back on
about
it.
me?
We were in sync again.
Oh.
We both said 2 of them.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
there's one from Chinese.
Phoenix, I'm so sorry.
heard Monty the first word I heard, a little bit of Monty slipped out there.
Hmm.
Don't touch me. My effing fingers!
Let me at least help you. Your hand is bleeding a lot. It's also gone like completely white. Does that's not
They were
normal, is
always
it?
white. They were always white. I don't care. My fingers, and then they're just like doing the blood splurt bit again, just like what a
I'm too
scratch.
proud to ask for
Scratch
help.
my fingers off. No, it isn't. Why I do
And
want
now,
what I
and
do
now
want
I'm out of here. Leaves a trail behind.
what I do want to know is why did you do that?
Why attack me?
Oh,
What
there's the scar change again,
Oh, never mind.
and that's back.
Oh, never mind.
Because those words you said back there hurt me, so I took out my katanas
So
and
I
slashed
took out
your
my
fingers.
anger and decided
Logical
Whip out
escalation.
my dual swords and kill you. Great. Track you down the hall like a freaking psychopath.
What was it we were saying before about the guys being wholesome? Yeah, it's just Alec.
It's true.
Well, we haven't seen what happens with Alec yet. He may still become the bad guy in this
Yeah.
story.
And he has
So-
every
so-
right to.
Yeah, Sora is also partially lying here
Like-
because he does want to. He did want to, take Phoenix to his mother, and that's like his excuse. But
It
yeah,
doesn't matter because neither of the Phoenixes like Alec. The original Phoenix didn't like Alec, and the Momoka Phoenix doesn't like Alec. There is no hope for Alec. I hope that he becomes a villain.
You know, like Alec kind of reminds me of dang, I forgot what was his name, but he was from he's the little werewolf guy from Phoenix Drop High seasons.
There's a lot of werewolves.
Yeah, but
especially
the
Phoenix
one,
up high.
I'm so ashamed that I know
he
that.
was like he's been like helping Aphmau with the other girl, and they were gonna become like betas or whatever since Ian became the male alpha or whatever.
They never describe what betas are in there. That they didn't.
Oh
they
no,
didn't-
or omegas. That's what. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. So I think you're suggesting Daniel here, who Ian chose
Yes!
as the new Omega against his will. He didn't volunteer to become that.
Yeah. That's what reminds me of. Daniel.
Okay. I mean, all right. Never seen Daniel go this. All right, sure.
Well, he has like the sweet side. Like he's just really kind. That's what I'm talking about.
KW, is there
Okay.
something you want to tell us?
Bond. No,
Well, there
I
is.
do not.
There
care
is.
for Daniel.
You didn't
I just
immediately
think-
say no. So there is.
No, I just say he's a nice, sweet little guy. I do not sit for him.
to be
He's just
to be fair, to be fair, he does sound a little bit like Nathaniel, so I get it.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
KW's
Where do you
just
think I
having
now
a
his
awakening.
voice from?
KW's
That's
just
how I
having a
hate you.
awakening.
Now I cannot hear it.
Great. KW's having another awakening on stream.
It's not a awakening. It's more a realization where he decided to do the voice.
It's not
It
an
was
awakening.
like
it's
it
a
goes between Daniel and Rock Lee supposedly, because like Rock Lee has to be like, a lot louder because I can't do it properly without being quiet. So then it becomes Daniel. I'm trying to have a normal conversation. So it's
Wait,
very
Rock Lee
between
as
both of
in
them.
oh my god.
Anyway.
I promise to protect you, Guy Sensei. I mean Double H.
No! I cannot hear it! Oh my god!
Glad to know I disguised it successfully.
Yeah, you've been a long-term Jacob Butter fan when all the voices that he does now are just amalgamations of other voices you've heard him do in the past.
which is so
At some point, you gotta recycle.
By the way, I don't mean like annoying in a bad way, just in a good way, because it's like, oh my god, I should have known better about these voices. Like, God!
Yeah.
I never said anything to you.
You're sure a bad liar.
I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying. It's not like I care if you don't want to hang out with me.
Then why are you so keen to clear your name?
Why are you so keen to hug me? Why are you so keen to cut your fingers off for me?
Why don't you just kill me? You do that, right?
Apparently not.
It was weird how your eyes
You
were
were
blue.
one off in the first episode.
What an odd thing to say in this situation. Also, it's just me, like her eyes look light blue to me anyway,
Wait,
like
that means
turquoise.
someone is
still.
pretending to be me. Your eyes are literally blue. What are you yapping about?
No.
Wait a second. It was weird.
My eyes are baby
had
blue.
blue
My eyes
eyes.
are a different shade of baby blue.
Holy cow. It's like saying to Jacob, oh, Jacob, it was so weird. Your eyes were like brown or something. Oh, that's so weird.
Okay, wait. Okay, what this is bad for me is that because
Mine's
I've been
like
like watching like Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains, right? Just to try to understand all like the references or whatever in the D&D since I was like far behind in it. And I realized something. So the main character in that series, when he goes into like the virtual world, Brains or whatever, he literally is, you can tell he is literally the same guy. He's just wearing a different outfit and his hair color's changed. But you know what stayed the same? His freaking pink highlights. And I'm like, you're telling me you guys cannot figure out who this guy is in Brains, even though he looks the exact
Miraculous
same.
logic.
I was like,
I guess.
are you blind? He has the same green eyes, same facial features, same pink eyelids. His hair's just changed color and he's wearing a different outfit. Like, I was like fuming.
Oh dear. Well, that's I guess that's accurate for disguised self in D&D. That works. Anyway. So your eyes change color or something?
No, Bella. It's just the fluorescence. You won't get
Your eyes
no.
like sparkle, Edward.
Yes,
No!
I swear you wouldn't get that. Yes.
But imagine if it's like it's only his eyes, like the scene where he like finally goes into the sun. He just turns around and goes.
Oh God, no. But I think someone is pretending to be me.
Oh, really?
I gotta go.
Yeah. One minor thing here, I would not have had her say that in her head and then out loud. I've just had her just say it out loud. The audience don't need to see it twice.
Also, the scene, intense. The music, casual, sort of lo-fi. Woohoo!
Like, at least she could have, like, say, like, wait, so that means in her head, and then she's like, I think I know what's going on. I think someone's pretending to be me. So that way, it's still something, like, in her thoughts, but she didn't clearly say in her thoughts. She, like, immediately says out loud when she's like, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Miraculous showing up in weird places, Ghost Kitty, I was rewatching the TV series of Witch because I'm also rereading the magazines that I've had for years. I didn't realize that actually while the magazines are Italian, the series was actually made in France, and it turns out one of the storyboarders for some of the episodes was Thomas Astruc. Didn't realize. There you go. The more you know. I still regret doing what I've done to you.
You've
What,
done
still-
literally
after-
nothing.
Well, I mean, he cut her fingers off. I was saying, you say I still regret like it didn't happen like a minute ago. I've lamented every passing second since then. But I'm still willing to help, even if I don't believe you.
Wow.
Why am I willing to help if I don't believe you? Shouldn't I think there's something wrong?
Mixed messages. Mixed messages. No.
This is something I must do alone, even though
This
your
is man's
information could be
work.
invaluable to my investigation.
This is man's work.
Man, she became Double H for a second there.
Oh God.
I'm starting to become happy. I must leave.
No. No, tend to feel emotions. Must stick to character type.
I started to watch Witch. If you can, even if you find them online, like read the magazines as well, because I mean, you won't know what you're missing out on if you don't do that.
Wait, why do I recognize that series? Hold on.
I mean, it was relatively famous, so
Right,
I would say
no,
so.
but I don't.
Oh
believe
wait, actually, I made a reference to it, and the person who got it was Sense by Bun, so that might be why you remember it. But yeah, it's one of those series that there was like a promotion that ran in 2010 for the YouTuber El Mundo that was that I didn't know at the time that my dad used to buy El Mundo every Sunday, but as soon as he started getting them and they just came free anyways, like, hey, have this. Like, oh, which no one, I saw this on TV literally yesterday. I'm gonna see this. I definitely won't get addicted and come back to it for the next 15 years. And here we are. So yeah.
Oh, that's why I think
Magazines I hold really dear.
because-
TV show I've seen a couple of times, but it's not as good, but it's still all right.
Why do I still like her even after what she said to me? It's a great question, really.
Yeah, it's like why do I
Great,
still like the
great
Witch TV show
question.
after what they did to the characters? Maybe she was telling the truth. There could be no other explanation.
Great 180 switch. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Here, KW, you can voice Yuki. Jacob's Stitch impression is not good.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to look him up again.
Don't cry, Aurora.
What? Say that again?
I look,
Right, I'm
her
looking
name
up
was
Stitch.
blocked for a moment. Okay.
No, say that again.
Don't cry, Aurora.
There we go. Okay.
Wait, what did I
What?
say earlier?
Aora.
It's probably the accent I have.
I mean, an aorta is a vein in the heart, but anyway. An artery in the heart. Anyway.
She wasn't with your time anyway.
Accurate, but not for what you're
okay,
saying.
that's why it makes sense. It's because it's.
Hmm.
I think
was
it's
my
probably
fault.
The same people who did Winx Club. I think that's why. Okay.
She said to not talk to her, and I still did.
No. Well, apparently not, because if it's a French series, like Winx Club is also an Italian property, but I'm pretty sure it was, Rainbow Entertainment is an Italian company, so
Yeah, no.
different
What
people.
I mean, I think is like what I mean by say I don't. Is either by this. Oh God, hold on, I'm looking this up now because I know. No. Here's the thing. I remember doing this whole deep dive lore with Winx Club, and they mentioned something about Witch, talking about how it's like I don't think they're connected or anything, but they those two series were related.
They
in some way.
they are structurally very similar.
Yeah, but I try to remember. Like I don't know. Was Winx Club? No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but dang it! I thought I had something.
They people remember them interchangeably sometimes, unless they like hyper focused on one versus the other. But yeah. Oh wait.
Maybe she was going through something. I already read the line. Don't worry.
Okay.
Sorry. Aurora, you're too nice.
Lord. I need to go find her and apologize. I'm getting lightheaded for this voice.
I'm just imagining Aura doing like the typical like anime protagonist thing where she just does this, goes "Communist, hey!" like yells it. Anyway,
Surprise lunch.
and then the
But
the
who would
girl
want
is like,
to
"What the heck are you
me
doing?"
and just ruin my reputation? What? Script is not scripting.
I wonder, could there be any possible person that would find me an unlikable human being? Oh wait.
Literally everyone. That's the problem.
Oh wait, okay, I got this wrong. Sorry. So basically, they were trying to sue the people who created Wings Club because they believe that they copy Witch. That's why. Okay, now I
Okay.
remember.
When I said they were structurally similar, they have enough differences, so I'm sure they didn't get very far.
How can I be
I don't
so
think so.
stupid to not realize that it was the brat from a couple days ago? You still don't know that. You still don't know that for certain.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Momoka. Looks like I found you.
Oh, curses!
this'll-
My sneak attack did not work.
Yeah, this will be a really funny considering the deal that we made about Momoka's disguise voice. There's just gonna be me talking to myself.
Yeah. Unless Momoko doesn't say anything, like now, and the music is just putting us all to sleep.
Right? Alright, care to explain who you are?
I've seen enough of these like imposter fights in Code Lyoko that it does not faze me to hear the same voice, but we'll see what happens. Mostly Jeremy, weirdly.
You can't solve your problems with your fist.
Hmm.
Look, I don't want to fight at the moment. You never
I
wanna
ran the calculations. Violence is in fact the answer.
Oh no! Oh no, Momoka, you're starting to set on fire! Initiate your cooling fan!
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out! And she's dead. Oh!
Wait, wait,
What?
Who are you?
This happens! This happens so many times! You
Oh, no.
just you invite a random character in at the finale when it's never been mentioned in the 6 episodes prior? Oh my gosh! Je fais pas du sens! Oh mon dieu! Ah!
I'm
pero
gonna
¿qué
crash
está
out.
pasando aquí?
Oh
I'm gonna
mon
crash
dieu!
out.
Pourquoi c'est que...
Bond's doing the crash out for me. Bond's doing the crash out for me.
Ah!
Oh, hey, this time I'm wearing a different shirt. Don't
Yeah.
use shirt.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Sonic Girl's broken.
Oh, actually, you know what? Deku's very appropriate for a character who just lost a bunch of fingers. That's fair. So yeah, I guess we've got a Deus Ex Machina character here, rather than have, let's say, Hikari show up to save her, or maybe Sora changed his mind and
Oh,
decided
God.
to intervene because they both knew what was happening. Or maybe Aura and Yuki caught up because Aura was going to apologize and they happened to run into this situation. Any of the pre-established people who were already looking for Phoenix for various reasons, rather than having this new individual here who is presumably here for, I don't know, something, even though Phoenix was very much winning this situation aside from that one attack there.
Is this really the
She can handle
series
it.
finale? Is this really the series finale?
This is really the series finale.
Uh-huh.
I swear, if they said, hey, we're
People
gonna
can't-
Arrive.
If people can't tell from my face, I am really angry.
This, and why do I feel like this was a cancel series? Not gonna lie.
Well, well, see, I did say that they didn't have that much story that they needed to wrap up, so they could very much have gotten it done in these episodes.
J'adore quand des nouveaux personnages randomment arrivent pour tout régler. Ouais.
A mí también me encanta. El cliché de Deus Ex Machina. Sin ton ni son. Mhm.
Célébration autour du monde. Woo!
I guess she cast Dispel Magic. Okay.
Magic.
Maybe this is one of those fables teachers that we never saw.
Stay out of trouble.
My gosh. Oh no! No! No!
No, she said stay out of trouble. I think she's been just sent somewhere. I don't think she's dead.
No! She said that to Phoenix! Momoko's gone!
Wait, Momoko's? Oh.
Mama
Oh.
is gone.
No!
I think our feelings towards this series have been more cemented now.
I was still
You know.
holding on to at the beginning of this series!
Bon, are you gonna be okay?
No, I won't be okay! Momoko was everything!
What is
But-
Emerald gonna think now that she's just essentially like condemned her like friend to death?
There, it's going to be okay. There,
Oh wow, that is quite the camera angle, I must say. Like it was like it looks like you have like the hand of like Kyoko and Yuki from iCarly.
Welcome to my room.
I should say the same to you. Doesn't matter anyway, since I'll never see you again, because I'm only in for this scene because Drago
Who knows
needed an out.
why?
I hate you! And if we don't always remember how talking
You know what's bad?
That's a very really good sassy line, it's just we're not feeling it right now, but that's a great line in
You know
general.
what's bad? I don't know if Ball is actually crying or not. Like, I can't tell. Like, I can't tell.
You should know the difference.
Yeah.
This is a bit, but I'm still so mad about it!
I'm just imagining we get like a Bond like side profile of yours, like one single tear streaks down.
A single man tear.
My name's Phoenix. I don't do handshakes, yeah, because I'll cut off your hand if I do.
Yeah, use the other hand. Yeah, anyway. But my name's Zoe, but call me Zoe for short. Also, yeah, I meant to mention God to the school, yet someone has to... Yeah. People like to complain about Dumbledore's, you know, the authority over Hogwarts, but at least he does things.
Listen here. Yeah, I like agree. Like, I do not necessarily agree with everything that Dumbledore has done throughout the book series. I will.
Oh, you're not
admit.
supposed to. Yeah.
But like Jacob said, like he does like actually get things done, whether we like
yeah.
it or not.
He's a well-rounded character.
He's
Absolutely.
a complicated character.
Yeah. I think he actually he's definitely one of my favorite characters, if not like the top for honestly. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
like I don't hate Dumbledore. I just don't agree with everything he has done. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, you're not supposed to. You know, even Dumbledore himself does not agree with half the stuff he does.
it's just like, what am I doing? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just gonna.
The man
move
is over
on.
100. He's made mistakes in his life.
Like some of us.
I don't think Ball's
Please.
gonna make the.
Of course I
make
have
us
it.
through.
Of course I have emotions. Much like with oh, wait a second. I just realized.
No. No.
Phoenix mentioned
Sure.
Phoenix no, Phoenix mentioned that she had a sister from the beginning when she like fainted in the hospital.
Oh no!
This is her sister.
Good thing this is a season finale. Probably did get canceled as KW suspected.
It
Mhm.
has
Also,
to
because
be
Aiden's not here, I
canceled
gotta point this
series.
out. Outline black on the socks and top and the hat. Anyway, yeah, exactly. This is what Phoenix should have said from the beginning. That you know, she's not that she's emotionless entirely, but she just does not show her emotions. There's a difference behind that. That's kind of like Katniss Everdeen, for example, who doesn't show emotions but very much feels them, which is another reason why from book to film was an issue. And then there are characters that Gacha tubers don't realize how difficult it is to write a character that truly feels no emotions whatsoever. Because as humans, we tend to write characters like even if we like are going like from logical storytelling, there's still like a reaction that we are like in like coded to think about.
I
Unless you're
purposefully,
like, yeah,
I purposefully like almost like protested about this like through my work because you think of the character A14 and she has been described as emotionless before. She has emotionless qualities because she's very just stonewall as a front. But ironically, the emotionless character is arguably the most complex character in the entire series. Next to the cyborg, the man who built his own friends, the ghost,
Gee.
and the guy who has cancer. Like, come on.
No, like Amia Willa from Misfits or whatever. If you remember in the first book, she talks about how like she doesn't want to like attach to her feelings or like that, or get attached to people because she's been hurt before. So she thought she needs to go like no emotions or anything like that. Just go through the life until she dies.
Which I will add to that. Shows that she is aware that she has the capability of feeling, unlike Phoenix here, who actively rejects that notion and constantly proves herself wrong.
The only
Exactly.
thing I would think comes close to anything emotionless are immortal beings. Those beings who have like been around for thousands of years, who have been through everything that ever existed. Like
With
that,
the exception of gods, because they're like emotional children constantly.
They would come the closest to being emotionless, but even that is just, it's like they have emotions. It's just, it's been so long since something unusual or surprising has happened to them that they just feel no need to react.
Have either of you two seen Frieren? I forgot if I talked about it a while ago when I was watching it.
My
but,
friend showed me a few scenes of Frieren because we were talking about something, and he said like one of the things about his character or whatever relates to her, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch that, and he's like, here, let me show you a few scenes, and I was like, oh okay, that makes sense. So I do know the premise of the story and have seen a few scenes where I like understand that premise of the story, just haven't like fully watched the entirety of the series.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so I was just wondering because, like, you know, if you've seen like a few scenes, as long as like you've seen like the main character, you know how that concept, what Bon is describing here, applies in that situation.
Yes, yeah, I've seen like mainly the scenes with the main character and whatnot, like going through like different emotions and whatnot.
Yeah. What is this cape attached to? I'm just gonna say it's part of the top itself. You know, they came as like a combined set.
It's a one piece.
Yeah. No, what's like? No, sorry, I just would never something since we're talking about capes. It's like I just like and it's just a character or whatever, right? And I was looking at his cape, and I'm like, how does that work? It doesn't make sense because it's supposed to be attached to one thing, but it isn't. And I'm just so confused. And so, like, so when I see capes like this on, like, Zoe or whatever, I'm just like, okay, I can see it being attached to one thing, but also attached to another, so which one is it?
Yeah.
Kairos. Sorry. Must have been the wind.
Kairos has a kid that is attached to something, Bond!
Must have been the wind.
Bond, you designed her that way. Just say it.
It was my design.
Are you trying to deflect something?
None of my characters have capes. I don't know what I'm trying to hide.
You designed Kairos!
I designed young Kairos. I didn't design old Kairos.
Yes, in which you gave her the cape.
Young Kairos did not have a cape.
I'm talking about the older Kairos.
I didn't design the older Kairos.
Yes, you did. I gave you the design of the original Kairos, and you redesigned her.
Because she had a cape. I'm not going to change something about that. It's the original design that started it off.
When did she
Go
have a
back to bed.
Yeah, also, you did just admit that you were the person who initially had the idea to give Kairos a cape in that case.
I did?
If there was an original design that to give, it must have come from somewhere, and if you made that decision, then the cape is on you.
Wait, hold on, I'm trying... Wait. Oh, God, now I actually... Okay, that was my bad. I'm sorry, Bon. I'm sorry. I just remember what Bon was talking about.
Did you forget how time works?
No, I just forgot that I did give her a cape. And the old
You just
design.
said you sent the original design over, and Bond said that.
Liar!
Look, I had like multiple
Wait.
designs of
GW,
Kairos.
quick, look down. Your pants. They're on fire.
You know when
No,
I
here
said
we
that I'm hardwired to point out when someone contradicts themselves in every situation? Here we are.
Here we are. To be fair, I had different designs of Kairos where she did not
This
have
is
a
not a
cape.
to be fair scenario. Just admit that you were responsible for the Kairos cape design, and we can move on.
I'm just letting you know, to be fair, the reason why I forgot was because there was a design where she did not have a
Forget.
cape.
You admitted that you were the first person to make the design. Get out of here.
I am admitting. Do you not hear me admit? Okay, fine. You want to hear my full admit? I will admit that I was the one who gave her the cape. I just did not remember that she had a cape because there was a design where she did not.
Oh my God,
But I was
I
wrong.
made a
I
severe and
truly,
continuous lapse in
deeply
my
am
judgment.
wrong.
We're
I-
going in circles.
I must not tell lies. I must not tell lies.
Need to write a few more lines. Holy.
Well, the message sunk in, so detention's over. Okay, let's continue.
I
Oh,
hate
so
you
now-
so.
Speaking of contradictions, who said we'll never see you again? I was saying we might see each other again. You never know. Well, see you soon, Phoenix.
Go screw yourself. Hate you.
Hmm.
Could this be another friend? I'm too busy staring at no one repulse. I should go apologize to Alec while I'm here. Because, I said something wrong to Alec. I know about this, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, I mean, Alec clearly was annoyed with her in
Yeah,
class. So.
that's true. Oh my God.
Oh, another new character. Okay.
No,
Are these just all the-
no, wait. Why?
Are these just all the OCs
I
that
for
like
some
didn't get
reason got
abused?
flashbacks to the mutant girl of all things, but
I
I don't know why. I'm thinking of a random plot point that happened.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
it's
no,
because
you know
maybe
what I'm
because
thinking
Mom
of?
is based on
I'm
Hanscape the
thinking of-
Preset.
I'm thinking of Roxanne the Rabbit series.
Oh,
You know
okay.
that secondary character that was helping him out, and then there's this guy that walked by. He's like, "Oh, I have feelings for him," and then it turns out the girl turns out to be the hype man for him. Like it's like a reverse. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know why I thought Mutant Girl first.
Chica says,
Similar
see?
style, I don't know.
Could this be another friend? So Zoe is a Phoenix sibling.
So are you? Oh, you're saying because Phoenix does not recognize her. Okay. Yeah.
Could be a one lost sibling. We don't know.
Well, yeah, we don't know when she last saw her because I mean, clearly that trauma
Yes.
runs deep, but we never know.
Am I about to have another hallway fight?
Have you seen a girl with purple hair?
How many packets do you smoke a day?
Did you say ow?
I thought you said wow.
Oh, okay.
What if
It's like
I've seen other girls with purple hair? What do you mean
Yeah.
other
Tell me
girls?
about-
You can just what? Just like yes,
Then
I
tell me
have.
about-
I've seen multiple.
Then tell me about the most recent one you've seen. I know what to tell you here.
Whoa, you sound like that character from you sound like Ulrich.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean,
More
never
specific.
mind.
You should be more specific. Hi, Queen. Dot. Wait, they don't love you like I love you.
What?
I guess this is just wait, but like Alec hadn't stopped yet. He was still
I wanted to apologize for what happened.
okay. This is what should have happened. Alec should have seen her and then turned the other direction for her to say wait, because he was still walking towards her.
Someone was pretending to be me. Oh yeah, like he's gonna buy that. Sure.
I immediately buy this. And you
Oh,
think I believe you?
Yeah.
I'm joking, of course. I believe you.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I hate you and I love you, Alex.
Yay!
See what I mean? Daniel!
Okay, Ghost Kitty, you're pointing this out as a ridicule. I see this as just like a level of power. Maybe they're all on that same level of power as Soda's mom.
Maybe no. Maybe they're
they're from the same region. You
Yeah.
know, that place seems to have a lot
They
of fire
share
going on.
something in common. That's the takeaway. But it's not going to matter because this is the end.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do you mean? Wait a minute. Do you mean that Zuko and John the Deserter are long lost relatives because they're both firebenders?
Oh my god.
That's what we're saying essentially. Anyway.
I had a weird vibe when the other you came to class. It was the eyes mostly. The blue eyes you don't have.
Yes, the famous blue eyes.
Besides, I
apparently.
can I can read minds, and all I heard in her mind was a bunch of computations going on and ones and zeros.
I loathe this episode. You are just dropping bombshell after bombshell.
And
So
plot hole after plot hole.
annoying.
If he could read minds, why would he go along with it?
Skin of a killer, Bella.
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
already known that the other Phoenix wasn't me? He's saying he did already!
Because I wasn't thinking straight at the time.
Oh my god!
I read the mind, and all I heard was 00100 all over again. But I didn't think it was strange at the time.
No, I'm done. I'm done. No, I'm done. I cannot wait for this series to be over.
And I can read minds from far away anyway, only when I'm able to know who the person is.
What do you
So
have to-
my
Oh,
powers is set.
God.
Wait, I can read minds from far away, but not when they take a few steps closer to me. What a weird spell
He
ruling.
has nearsighted. Nearsighted in mind reading.
I have near
Wow.
telepathy.
For visions, they just get blurry.
I just,
It almost sounds like TV static when you get too close.
I can't even anymore. I can't.
So Momo can sound like dial-up internet. Is very similar sounds, honestly. Similar
You know,
cadence.
You know what? I figured out my answer whether I love or hate this series. I despise it.
Join Ghosty then, and Aiden. But don't worry, Drago! Jacob and I are still here, gosh darn it!
You know, there is something about this that, with the new OCs coming out of nowhere for the last episode, that's affecting the plot in weird ways, the characters going off the rails with what they do, and potentially some sort of like big, romantic gesture towards the end that goes way too far. Very similar to how Taming the Bad Boy episode 12 went with the last major episode.
I can understand why a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, I do understand that.
Not Tammy the Bad Boy. I thought
Anytime Taming the Bad Boy is referenced, it's an automatic crash out.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. No. It always
What
has
if
to
we
come back.
We always come back. Apparently that's a thing that I've made that joke many times around you, so never mind, I won't say it this time.
What?
I was gonna say William Afton, but I've already made that joke multiple times. I don't need to do it again. You know the drill at this point.
What was
Anyways,
that? Does anyone
that was
else
just-
hear a voice?
no, that I heard it too, but that's just the music. It's for some reason it's got like one of those like like sample dialogue things. Yeah.
Like,
Did your eyes change color or something?
what?
No, his eyes did not change color. They were always yellow. Oh,
Oh,
There
wait. Why?
no. Oh,
Aren't
wait.
you a demon? What's your power? I
Where?
assumed it was.
Where's-
I assumed it was eye changing before, but I guess not.
Where's your power?
Oh, yeah, where's your power? I don't see it. I'm trying to read your mind to find out what it is, but I can't read anything.
too
Wait,
close.
So he doesn't know?
You're too close. Just back up a few steps and I'll be able to read it.
Oh wow, you got. Oh yeah, you got some emotions going on in there. Are you aware of those?
Oh my god.
So you don't know. I guess she's been killing people with her bare hands. Then, all right, good to know.
What's your next class? I'm changing
That
the
was
subject.
before she went to Witch Academy.
Yeah, but she still would have had demon powers, presumably.
First year magic.
Well, I guess we're about to find out then. I have second year spell.
which should be the same class, but okay. Why are they called two
Second
different
class
things?
now. What is actually happening?
It's like having one class called Charms and one called Incantations. Surely there'd be like some... Anyway.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Sorry, that was a reference. KW, you got it.
I see you're. Oh yeah, yeah. This...
It's
I
your
see
line.
you're
Jacob was just
still
pointing out
visiting
the
this place.
possessive your.
Oh, okay. I see you're still visiting this place.
There you go. You're getting it.
Yes. Please at least warn me when you're coming.
Oh, that's the
Well, you're
correct your.
capable of using the correct your then.
Okay.
Wow.
So your catchphrase, Jacob.
I apologize.
Moments passed.
You have to be so formal around me, you know. You have to.
Yes, you
Wait, now
must
I'm
be
saying
so
it.
formal.
No, I'm
Otherwise,
saying
you will be punished.
This is kind of like how at one point in a previous episode, Yuki said, you know, break her heart again or I'll hurt you.
God.
When...
I would prefer the latter.
Mm-hmm. Well, previously it would have preferred the former. Anyway.
So, what's wrong?
There was a girl using magic to hurt someone.
I don't think it was a
Oh,
girl.
that happens all the time. There was a boy using swords to do the same thing, so, you know, I just kind of let that happen in the school.
Hikari's still here.
Wow.
I know. You're doing nothing?
Also, wait, is you referring to Momoka here? There was a girl using magic to hurt someone,
Yeah.
so I killed her.
Magic in the halls is an offense punishable by death. It is one of the school
Reminding
rules.
me. Now I'm all depressed again.
God, do you want my special
Can you
hot
imagine
chocolate?
Hikari? Imagine Hikari doing like a Dumbledore-style opening speech.
Welcome to my witch academy. Just a reminder of the rules. If you do magic in the halls, we will execute you.
It's been 2 days since last student execution.
Here you
It's
go,
like
Mom,
they
some
have all
hot
those like
chocolate.
whiteboards or something where they just like mark off like days without student executions 2.
Bring both girls to me now.
Oh God, is Momoko okay?
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean both girls? Wasn't there like one girl? There was a girl who's managed to hurt someone. Okay, so that girl, bring that girl in.
Intuition.
What do you mean both girls? Did you just assume the other person was another girl? Like, do girls never use magic to hurt boys at all? Does that never happen in the school?
I'm
It
confused
fails
as
the
you
reverse
are.
Bechdel test.
Mm-hmm.
My brain's fried
Okay.
from this.
Is Momoko okay? That's all I care about.
Momoka is dead. She's not coming back.
Don't say that!
No, no, they just bring the head of Momoka in, but it still
Don't
functions because it's
say
a robot
that!
girl.
No,
No, it still
no.
functions. Like it's like again, it's like Crichton. The head's just like independent.
No, Jacob. I know what happened to her. She went to the Shadow Realm.
Of course. You know, no, she went to Silicon Heaven. Anyway. Hi, the author here. You might be wondering why is Hikari close to Zoe?
Nope,
No, we weren't. We don't care at all.
not at all.
Zoe is the top student in the whole academy.
It makes sense that you have to explain this, considering you're just admitting that you've given no build up to this character whatsoever.
Yeah. If the author has to come and explain the plot, you know that you've messed up
Yep.
in the like presentation of it.
Totally not me.
Yeah. I think Drago probably should write books, to be honest, because you know the like this kind of description would fit perfectly in a book, but not here.
Or wait, did
Anyway.
I have to explain something as the author? No, I don't think so.
No, but in narration form, assuming you're not doing it from a first-person perspective, you
That's
can get
so-
away with doing that kind of thing.
Oh, okay, no,
yeah,
I have
it's
not.
like what Phoenix didn't know is that Zoe is the top student at the school. You know, like that type of thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I have not done that.
Well, no, because you tend to go first person, so yeah, it wouldn't come up because
He has a tend to go first person.
Mhm.
I either go first or third person, just depending how do I.
Is there
Those
any
are
other
the two main.
character.
Technically, yes. Technically, you can attempt second person. It's just very difficult.
Oh, is
I've only
that
ever
where
seen
you're
it
like
done once, and it
you
was like
are
a
going to the
small
forest?
task.
Is that's second person, right? That where you're like you are doing this.
That's
Yes.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah, that's
no.
correct.
I hate those kind of I remember
You just
doing
hate
those.
something you haven't seen before.
No, I read like no.
It happens. Yeah, it happens in a lot of fan fictions, actually. You know, instead of like doing like the whole like YN thing, they just say like you and then like have you be the character.
Yeah, no. Also, technically,
Okay, I can see why you hate it now. I understand.
Yeah, I've seen those, and I also have read like your choose your own adventure books where they say you, and it like annoys me so much. I don't know why. I just never like.
I mean, if you're choosing your adventure, then it makes sense in that context.
Yeah, but some reason I didn't really enjoy them. I think it's because I keep choosing the wrong path where I die, and I just get
Oh.
mad.
I think it always just
Is it-
spiteful of choose your own adventures. It's not
Yeah.
about the second person. It's about the experience, the association.
That is also a difference I've noticed in terms of like writers and like which like camp they find themselves in. Where some writers will either use like self inserts or they will or like characters that are meant to be reminiscent of themselves to an extreme degree, like Aphmau, for example, who has done both of those things multiple times. Yeah, and then others will create a new character, every time and try to like embody that and kind of like sprinkle bits, in several parts, but like me, for example. Let's think about Music Girl, Fallen Angels or something, where partly because that was created for like ease of Aiden casting himself, but still, Adam and Aiden have a
Yeah.
lot in common.
Yeah, because like I said, like
Myself and
Misfits-
Morwenna, a few things, but not so many.
Yeah, but yeah, Misfits mainly is like first person, but like there are other stories that have written pretty well, or just like in practice. I mean, like writing in third person, just because it depends how I see the story and the character's point of view or whatever. If I
Yeah,
see
like,
them doing
in terms of in terms of the cliche of like which characters you've embodied, like you have like obviously call them different things, but
yeah,
have combined them with a lot of your experiences and processes.
yeah,
And then of course I've added contrast to them, so they're not exactly reminiscent of you. They're
Yes.
they're similar to each other, but not to you to that degree. So you're kind of like in the
no.
middle. But yeah, anyway, which is why Hikari and Zoe are close.
Thanks. Go away now, please.
Yeah, she got invited to the very exclusive headmistress brunches that only the top student gets to get invited to.
God.
I don't want to go to class.
No, wait, no, she's in the slug club.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're meeting again.
Yeah,
What?
that was so soon after last time. What?
Blah 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 blah. Me. That's the
Sora
only thing I
has-
can see. Me.
Sora has not Sora. Zoe has hijacked the plot. She was not a thing before this episode, and now has come in. Okay, this has gone from all the stuff insert or anything to DM inserting DMPC character to take over the campaign.
You're
Mm.
You
coming
don't
with
want
me.
those.
Oh God.
You want the funny ones like
no.
Robot, the bird that likes pronouns. Or Fred. Anyway. Now. Wow, she went along with that. Wait, she complied way faster than with literally anyone else on the planet.
Blood connection. Where are we?
This is called the in-between.
Don't say
Oh,
no. Don't say that. Do
Oh no,
not.
are they going to call it? Are they going to call it the between now because of Jacob said it?
Well, the
Well, this
in-between-
is what you see whenever you teleport.
No, the in-between is the secrets of the Plex thing. Don't say that.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, yes, I remember.
It better not be the in-between, because if you're in there, you're not getting back out.
Oh.
It depends on what direction you're heading. Oh, so the lines having just changed right now means you're heading back to where you started? Oh no, they just keep alternating because it's a static
Oh.
image.
She pulled something out of the black and white.
Oh wow, she has dimensional scissors like Star vs. Forces of Evil, but except it's a sword this time.
Does she have a dimensional sewing kit too? How is she gonna close that? What on
I
earth did I put myself into?
Well, oh, there we go.
Oh, she's alive!
Yay!
Wait, did she
I'm
go
so
to, hold on,
happy!
did she
no,
open
don't
a,
talk over me! Let me have my moment! Oh, yay! I'm so happy! Okay, Jacob, go.
So I have a question. Did she open up a rift inside of the in-between to a different part of the in-between, thereby teleporting inside of the space where you teleport into to go from one space to another to retrieve Momoka? And did she know where that was? It's not like an infinite dimension that's going on.
Could you put a certain Majesty picture on screen for me, please?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay, yeah. Yeah,
Wait,
all
what?
right, here we
Wait,
go.
what? Oh no.
No,
I'm
don't
scared.
worry. Jacob knows what I'm talking about.
I'm scared.
I do.
I'm scared.
There we go.
And
So,
she was in a
Jacob,
purple
your
space as
response
well.
is this.
My answer is I don't know what you just said, but I'm going to say yes, you're right on that.
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie's just about ready to adopt Momoka. Heck yes, I am. Take her away from that witch emerald. She's so much better with me.
Well, let's go.
Wait, what? Momoka, why are you just following? No, she banished you before.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I guess she probably wants to leave. Well, I mean, I get, well, she's a robot. She has no wants
Oh
or
my
needs. But
god,
anyway.
I've never been happier.
Chair 2. Phineas, were you a part of this?
Is
You
this
said
Will
bring
Copper?
both girls. Did you not think that she was a part of this? I know that she wasn't mentioned, but did you not assume it was her? You said
As
bring both
everyone
of them.
As McGonagall
On
used
three.
to say, why is it that when something happens, it is always you three?
Guys,
Another,
here we
another
go.
McGonagall quote. Oh, there are several things I would like to say.
I have
Love
questions.
There it is. Yeah, okay.
I think we can actually double down. Is this a retcon or no?
I don't think so, because if that because you use the same sword to take her from that to you know that we thought she was used. If anything, KW was almost spot on here because the Shadow Realm is purple, as Lucaria pointed out, it's the purple realm.
Alright. Fair. We can wait at least a few seconds. I'm sure a retcon will show itself.
So you may leave in a different effect which you use to teleport every other time aside from now. Phoenix, you broke your promise.
What do you mean broke
Phoenix
the
just
promise?
existed. If you were
Yeah,
at
what?
your school, you would know that.
She didn't even hurt. Wait, hold on.
Once again, she assumed the cause of the revenge, and now she's assuming what's happening again.
But I was the victim in this situation.
Are you lying? No,
You
really, are you
weren't
lying?
there. You assume everything.
No, seriously, are you lying? I don't know. I'm asking genuinely, are you lying? I'd be filled in on the situation. I just dismissed the only person that could have actually verified that aside from you two.
She's telling the truth, mistress.
I love Momoka. She's changed for the better.
Aren't you a robot?
Don't
and as a robot,
patronize her.
Why would I lie as a robot? What do I stand to gain from deceiving you?
Don't belittle Momoka like that.
Yes. Oh, hey, she became Pierce.
So your master made you do this, huh?
Okay, that's a safe assumption. Oh,
Don't
now
make
she
her
wants to deceive
lie.
someone. I can't tell her the truth. Lie mode activate. No, I wasn't made properly.
Oh
Are
no!
you lying?
No, I am not lying.
But you just said lie mode activate out loud.
No, I did not. Line mode disengage.
Wow.
No! That means they're gonna disassemble Momoko because she's defective. Don't do it. I swear to God, don't do it.
Honestly, yeah, that would actually generally reset her personality and fully destroy her. The ethics of this alone are something like a minefield. Don't go this direction, Drago.
Ghost Kitty, that
Drago, don't go this direction. You are not prepared to handle something like this.
Ghost Kitty, that thought crossed my mind as well. Don't worry.
I probably glitched into my evil side because I have one of those. I wasn't made properly, but I was programmed with an evil side intentionally. Okay.
Then you shouldn't be in this school then.
That was not my call to make, but okay.
I should talk to your master. Phoenix, you're off the hook. Be gone with you. Don't cause any trouble.
How about a sorry?
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
We gonna talk about Sora? Nope.
Oh
Sure.
my God!
Why not?
What?
Why not?
There was no consistent teleportation methods. Oh, now we've got different iPads.
Now we
I
got an
guess.
actual
Oh no,
iPad.
he's back
I guess.
to
Oh wait.
It's on a different side. What?
Yeah. This was the original side. That's why I pointed out it flipped earlier. However, I'm thinking the reason he changed it is because he dropped the previous one and the 5-second rule hit in. Okay. Oh, we're still going. I thought it was the end of the
Please.
joke. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, thank God. If that was the choice, I would have tried. You know what? It should have. I take it back. Should have ended right there. I was perfectly happy with it ending right there, and we didn't have to continue to this.
Mm-hmm. It took 7 episodes to get, a cliche, anime topple onto somebody. But we got there eventually.
Are you, okay?
Well, you killed him.
I'm bad. I fell on you like the bad girl I am.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you two, get a room.
I got a question. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Because it sure hurt me. My ribs, my effing rib, Phoenix.
Jack, this is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, come on. You know that I turn 90% of my flirting into jokes. There's usually a punchline somewhere hidden behind the suaviness.
Insert catchphrase here.
Guys,
Assuming.
stop!
Would you care to go to placeholder name for date location here with me?
Oh my God, you're a dope.
I would be absolutely insert emotion here.
The sad part is I've actually heard Seto Kaiba do that.
No, you're joking.
Yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged at one point, but you know the filler arc where Noah Kaiba comes in, makes a copy of him, to trick Mokuba. What he does is I've brought your brother here, Seto. Error, 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 error. Hello, insert name of sibling.
Wow.
Would you like to watch SpongeBob with me, or something like
Oh,
that?
God.
Oh yeah, Mokuba's favorite show is SpongeBob in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and Kaiba can't remember the theme song, so he just goes, Sponge Pants Square Bob, he's a friendly little guy. You give him on Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge far too soon. That's all I'm saying.
JK, we're not gonna talk about what happened. Oh God, what happened to his face?
Will you be my girlfriend?
And that is
Oh
a thumbnail
God.
Phoenix became Jeff the Killer. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Athma fans,
God.
it's the look. The look.
No, no, No! Jacob, no! No!
But the look.
No.
We need to go. Can we please continue, please, please, so we can skip this, please. We're almost there.
All right.
The end. Okay.
Phoenix. I want to help you. Unfortunately, I need the hospital now, but after that, I will help you. I owe you one after what I've done. Oh, you owe me two, actually.
Thank God.
Rock on, bro.
Rock and roll.
I stammers.
Taylor, where are my
cutely.
finger joints?
I stammers cutely. I guess you could help.
Stammers cute.
Every time I voice Phoenix, I black out. So whatever I say in her voice, it's not me.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Someone can clip that probably. I don't know.
Oh no!
Phoenix.
Yeah. But who else did quote unquote I hurt?
You know,
How
Alex
am I
is
supposed
one.
to know? Did I think I stalk you or something? Oh wait, no. I kind of actually do follow you for my fun with my mother. Never mind.
No, he's already spilled the beans.
I'm surprised you feel bad for people.
Oh my god.
That's an emotion, isn't it?
Oh my god!
Well, it's the only way I get my peace and
Oh yeah, her
No!
motivation. Her motivation.
I mean,
Yeah.
change isn't bad, I guess.
No! Bring back her iconic line! Every
Oh my
non-graphic girl has one!
In all fairness, character arcs. Oh, there it is.
My name is not on the body! I
It
changed
was originally.
it for a reason.
Bond,
Are you
you
seriously
may
living
change
there?
your name, but no one is
I
going to forget your old name. It's just there.
Man, you must hate people who have... you must be a strong believer in dead names then.
Whoa! Hang on! Whoa!
If
Robots
that's the logic
swoops
you're
in.
going by.
Whoa! I just meant that people just don't forget your old names or whatever because
You're
you know
right.
it's history. That's
You're
all I
right.
was trying to say.
Let's move on, Sean. Okay, Sarah, Sean, let's do this!
All right, fair enough.
Oh,
Then
you want
Imagine. Let's
some?
go.
You want a piece of this?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Let's see how it works out for you. You got nothing on me!
what
You and me at high rise tomorrow.
I knew.
Wait, at high rise?
Rise.
What about sun noon? Is that a good time as well?
I think you meant high noon, but sure.
I think she meant
high noon.
sunrise.
I look at words blurred together.
She thought of like sunrise and high noon at the same time and combined them.
I wonder where Phoenix is.
High rise is actually like 6 in the morning. Anyway,
I won't tell her.
Why?
Bora can't handle the truth.
Did I say hurtful things to you?
Yes, you refused to wear a hat. Yes, today. That's right.
Yes, it was all my fault.
No, it's not. I'm done. Oh, wait, no, that was not the voice at all. No, it's not. I'm not done explaining.
You're not started explaining because you asked a question. That's not an
Wow.
explanation.
Someone was pretending to be me.
Ghost Kitty says, I just realized me, Jacob, and KW all have names that start with S. Is that like, should I know
Oh.
your first name, or is that news?
We can all start a club. Well, the S Squadron or something. Wait, no, hold on. Isn't that a thing in Sonic X? Never mind.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah. I think so. This calls us equipo ese in the Spanish version. I don't actually know, but I think so. Anyways. Sorry, just...
Who would it be
Okay,
Oh
that's
no! Now you're gonna
actually
make Aura
rude.
cry. You're gonna make Aura cry now. Ooby doo, who'd wanna be like you?
Oh,
Jacob.
Sean, how could you say that?
I'm sorry. Imagine.
Is that what is that what my real name is to you?
I met you as corrupted imagination, so you know, close
Well,
enough.
you must know my real name is.
Yeah, I did not realize your name is.
But you gotta get really close to the mic.
That's like Miss Holloway.
There you
You
go.
know-
Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
Yeah, it is like Holloway. You're right. I get that reference.
Hmm.
Haven't you ever heard the word revenge? What?
This is Revenge Part 2, so you
Yeah.
know.
Roll credits.
Yep, we're done. But who wouldn't get revenge from you?
Roll credits again.
From her, no one. On her, many people.
It is true.
Hmm.
That weird robot. Sorry, that weird girl with the robot.
Ow!
Emerald!
Emerald!
I like how this establishes like how petty it was in the first place. That Phoenix literally does not know her name because they've not interacted enough times for her to do so.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Emerald, huh?
that explains the green dress. See, be subversive like Orchid.
But
You wouldn't expect
not
her to wear
a
green.
green dress, that's cruel. I accept your apology, Phoenix! She looks so happy. Shocker! She usually cries. So positive.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, what? What? What
Uh,
is happening? Not
Joey
this
likes-
again!
Wait, is this the infamous Wolfie/Woofy? I don't think
Why is
so.
she so glitchy?
Yeah, she glitched herself in the
Oh
image,
God,
I guess.
what
I don't
happened to your face?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to your face?
Yeah. By the way, if it's an S for each member, you missed out one. Squad.
Ooh. Well, Jake, you better start a new community channel.
Hmm.
I cannot
continue.
unfortunately join your squad, by the way. I am not an S name.
You do realize we've kidnapped half of our classes.
Yep.
I'm scared. I did not mean to say kidnapped.
What else is on your mind, KW?
It's Taming the Bad Boy again.
Oh no!
My kidnapping days are over. I'm sorry. I've had enough common kitties in my life.
Stop.
Yeah. No, that's so bad. That's so good and witty and funny, but it's so bad.
Just continue, please.
I've been doing the book The
KW.
Cold Grave for way too long.
Did you even hear what he just said, KW? That's insane.
I did not screaming no.
You
I said
that
I've had enough common kitties in my
Yukis.
life.
I've had enough Yukis in my life.
Oh
That's so
god.
awesome.
Just
Hmm.
play.
No, I just wanted to sit back and appreciate that joke for a second.
I wonder if the K in KW stands for kitty.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Please
Now I
let
want to
us
move on.
continue.
Well,
It
we
does
won't
the
make
same as the boy doing the
mistake
forest,
tomorrow.
Aaron.
What's what they all say?
I don't know, what is what they all say?
Jeez.
I
you're
think we
so
fried your
annoying.
brain.
Oh, hi, Stora.
Yeah, wrong character. Said it to Aura, that would have been an instant cry. Anyway, Phoenix, you betrayed me.
No, you're right,
from
Kate, Jacob. Jacob, she should have said, "I'll kill you."
Hmm.
Oh, it's you again.
Stay away from my Phoenix.
Oh, good, because
Backwards
the one thing that we were missing was a love triangle. Perfect.
Backwards in.
Oh well, we already kind of had this when like Aura called him a stranger.
Yeah, I
Even
know,
though-
but now that the
yeah.
plot has falling action,
Why?
this is important
Backwards
again.
Hand. Why? Why
got
do we
to-
have
this is-
to?
Yeah, good point. We only have a few minutes left, and yet the whole like Yami thing is not like been resolved yet. So yeah, Kenobi, you're probably correct. This might just been cancelled.
Oh no. Hi. No, she's mine.
Why am I getting
does he
a
see in
most popular
her?
girls in school vibe from her? On Yuki, that is a very good question.
It's a really
is
great
a-
question.
Why is she based for that?
Smartest thing anyone said this whole episode.
I guess this is war
This
now.
is war. I guess you know this man's war. That's all, folks.
Aura.
The names even rhyme, for crying out loud.
Yeah, we talked about this. Where it's like
Yeah.
it's like the new Jacob versus Edward. What are you guys, Team Sora or Team Aura?
Mm.
Who came close because they weren't already. And what
Yeah,
had
exactly. Wait,
happened
what?
between Phoenix and Emerald.
Also, yeah, this now we've gone from Tame Battle episode 12 to Tame Battle episode 13, where we're just kind of wrapping up everything in narration form. Well, Momoka's
Been
around.
expelled.
Yeah, I mean, but
At least,
I'm
she's
getting.
okay.
Yeah, Momoka is like in Emerald's attic right now, back home, but she's chilling in there. She's like made herself a whole den and everything.
Good. She's living her best life.
Yeah.
Things got calm because that's how things. Although Emerald would try her hardest to ruin her life.
Yeah,
Hardcore.
alongside this new character here.
That's teacher, maybe. Secretly. Of
Secretly.
course.
Not
Clearly.
much of a secret if the teacher
Yeah.
caught you. You might be wondering what happened with Momoka.
What did happen to Momoka?
That is
Please
legitimately
die.
the
Living her
only
best
question we actually, care about aside from the, the general plots of the series.
Is she living her best life?
Yeah. Emerald
Well,
convinced Hikari
Emerald
to make
convinced
Momoka.
Hikari to make Momoka stay.
Oh, she actually does care. That's nice.
I guess you can say that Phoenix's new life is just beginning, and then
Well,
the
you
season
could
ended.
say that, but this feels like the end of the show, and
then
you
the
haven't
season
resolved the
ended.
main conflict.
Friends, huh? I guess having new friends isn't so bad, even though we've been friends for a long time.
Can Autumn please reappear at the end here as one just like, wait, what the heck? Where have you been? Ah! And then cuts.
Absolute cinema. Oh, Alex's eyes changed again. We should make note of that.
And the shuffle, yeah.
No, his eyes went black for a second.
And that leaves only Phoenix and Alec alone.
Here
final
comes the
scene.
climax.
Ooh.
The
What could
final twist.
Congrats, Phoenix,
On what?
on making friends, silly.
No comma. On making friends silly.
As I was there at the time when you established that motivation, I know exactly how far you've come.
He reads minds.
Unlike literally anyone
He
else.
reads minds.
Oh yeah.
Who even said I was there? I was there! There! Friend!
There, friends.
There!
Yes, we did it. We did it. We did it.
The comeback! The comeback! Let's go!
I feel like such a third wheel.
The best part is we pointed we both chose the opposite direction this time, and we both were still in sync. Anyway.
Oh god.
Ah, you're such a bad liar. Wait a second. I'm a little bit too close. There you go. You're such a bad liar.
Dang it. Now I want to create a character who has like
Okay.
psychic powers or something like that, and they are like nearsighted.
Nearsighted mind reading is crazy. Okay,
Mhm.
whatever you say.
Come on, let's go.
What?
I
I'm
can't.
blinking. And the hyperrealism.
Her first lightning in her eyes.
Oh, do you mean the shine? Her eyes are shining? That's
has the
usually
shining.
caused by reflections in light, but sure.
Yeah. No, that means her emotions have come back. Because we know
Thanks
we
for
never
watching.
established what happened to her emotions, did we? We
We'll
didn't have
never
like
see it.
the
We'll
chance
never
to think about
know.
that. We didn't actually figure out who the sister was because Sora was, an irrelevant character that hijacked this episode. We didn't get the final conflict that we set this whole thing up in the first place.
Overlapping the black aspect ratio lines.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, I didn't even get a proper ender. Yeah, all of these things.
There
all
was
of these
probably
things.
Is there
supposed to be
anything
a
more,
season 2,
maybe?
but it never came.
No, it's just
Oh,
Oh,
Sora,
yeah, this is this. Mhm.
Yuki,
Yugi. Aura.
Laura, Alec,
and I'm Denise.
and I'm Javert. And Autumn. No. No Hikari either. Okay.
Wow.
No Momika.
Yeah. Well,
What
I
was
guess you wouldn't have Emerald and Monica.
Bond?
You probably wouldn't have the antagonist in there, but yeah, okay. The robot had a redemption arc. That at least I would give to this episode. Not often you have robots go through character arcs because they don't normally have the chance for that. I say it's difficult to write characters that have no emotions at all. The exception is robots. Depends on the type of robots. There's like a whole spectrum basically of like robot emotions, somewhere between like Wally and Baymax, basically, somewhere like that. But yeah, the closer you get to Baymax, the more that's the more that becomes a distant thing, because it depends like how much humanity you want to give them. Clearly in this one with Momika's facial expressions and whatnot, she's supposed to be a little bit more like human adjacent or demons or whatever, they all are. But aside from that, clearly we rectified the situation and made her the robot she was always supposed to be. So, that's it all works out. And yes, that's what I was saying. The plotline from the first and every other episode, by the way, aside from this one, because even episode 6, Sora did mention that, that was like his main reason for attacking her was not because he was hurt by her words, but because he was actually trying to, take her to his mother, which he very nearly did. I'm still disappointed we didn't get like the idea of Momika being taken instead, and then that revelation being present of like,
Well, I think the thing you're forgetting is that this Ghost Kitty is that this was always a problem. Like the overhanging threat of Yami and versus Hikari just always seemed to fade away in these episodes. Like they would show up for like one brief scene to advance the plot and motivate some characters like Sora. It was actually really only for Sora's motivation, but then it would just disappear. Cause
I was waiting for a live review moment. I was waiting for a live review moment in terms of Sora. Like the one cliche they didn't do in this situation. If anything, he's the one that was lied to, or thought he was lied to, and they did that whole thing instead from his perspective, which is all right. I don't mind that part like fading came back, because from Phoenix's perspective, he wants to have some of the other stuff that is going on. It's kind of the equivalent of like a Harry Potter novel being just about the Voldemort parts and nothing else in between. It'd be. I mean, the later ones get depressing, but it'd be more so. So. Yeah, good thing that they, spaced it out between like other stuff that was going on at the same time. Much like this one did. We had some of the fun parts, we had some of the minor antagonists, again, Emerald could, almost be seen as like a Draco Malfoy equivalent without the later stuff him actually becoming more of an actual threat. So yeah, didn't concern me too much in that sense. Most other things did, though. Of course, it's a bit difficult to say, oh yeah, this is we want the character to succeed here if all of them are terrible individuals aside from Alec.
This is true.
Yeah. If anything, the robot showed more progress, in one scene than, they all did.
Also,
I do see that was an attempt for a character arc with Phoenix in terms of, figuring out what friendship was, even though she already had a friend to begin with. And I guess caring less about peace and quiet, because like that final part of the line there, going back to the beginning to show that she had changed, and then at the end was the scene of her running after her friends rather than like deciding to hang out alone. So at least those aspects I can give to this. It's just a shame that came at the cost of having a Deus Ex Machina show up in the last episode. Someone
Absolutely.
another character trying to look for her that never actually found her and never came back into situations. What even was the point of that scene to begin with? And of course, impromptu romance moments. If it only didn't follow the structure of the last two Tainted Bad Boy episodes of season 1, we would we'd be far better hands. But unfortunately, they did. So, Alpha Witch Academy, all that Alpha Witch Academy series is a cleanser. The
watch
other
the
Witch
other
Academy
one.
series being can you imagine the other Witch Academy thing being a cleanser is wild.
Yeah, that's insane. KW, do you want to do your thoughts? I take a long time with mine.
Do I even have thoughts for this? I just the
I
concept
think
is
KW just has primal noises for this.
Yeah.
the concept is there. Like, it has an interesting concept. Oh, and the characters are actually kind of interesting. I just wish there was more, or at least like a better story or something like that. Because I feel like it's just all over the place. Like, I get it if like people don't want to like use a script or whatever. Like, at this point, it's just whatever. But I wish it just stay consistent. Like, if you're not gonna plan to write a script, just make sure it's consistent. Because otherwise, like, it's just gonna go fall downhill. So it's just like. And also the fact they ended the way they did, I am wondering now if it's like a cancel show or not, because I feel like there's still like unanswered questions and everything like that. It's just I genuinely here's the there were like moments that were good and then like just I don't know how to feel about this show because like I want to like it, but at the same time I also hate it because of reasons. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Jacob,
Yeah,
you have
well,
something to
like-
add?
well, I mean, I've already said my bit, so yeah, I think that's pretty much covered.
All right. Well, this is like one of the very first series that I've actually been able to stick around for the entire duration of it, so I can actually give a proper review of the series as a whole, because this is the end, right? If
Yeah.
I recall, there's no season 2, is there?
I'm checking on the channel right now, and there does not seem to be. So
Yeah, this is the end. So immediate things I want to point out is like just connecting with KW. I agree with most of these points because I also agree that there was promise at the beginning. The concept was interesting. I mentioned this probably the first episode. It was reminiscent of the Chicken Nugget YouTube short series where it's two entities, good and bad, fighting over one god who's more powerful than both of them, and they're trying to influence the god to both of their sides. It was very reminiscent of that. So this is basically the Chicken Nugget series if it was done completely wrong. So there were a lot of problems with this, but the good thing to take out of it is that like it's iconic, right? It's iconic. Momaka's iconic. This is the origin for I have no tend to feel emotions. Like it's iconic in some aspects, and it certainly snagged us in the first episode when it's like, oh, I'm your average girl except for the fact when I kill people. Like that's just iconic behavior right there.
You're just like, oh, okay, this is different.
That's just so funny. Anyway, let's get on to the actual criticism here. It was made very, very obvious and apparent that there was absolutely no script here because of the way the plot was bouncing back and forth between the quote-unquote important plot points, when arguably the most important plot point was the battle between Yami and Hikari. But nope, apparently Phoenix's discovery or lack of discovery of emotion and care is more important, apparently. The characters, while most of them like were flawed in like, and I don't mean like purposefully flawed, I mean like poorly developed flawed.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Alec. I thought he was a breath of fresh air. I didn't like that he was turned into like, whoa, he's not what he seems to be at the end with the flashing black eyes that seems to be hinting something in the dead second season that will never show up again.
Did I mention I can read minds? I
Yeah.
forgot to bring that up earlier.
That's another thing that I want to talk about is the numerous, like, all of a sudden bombshells that just decided to show up in the finale just for giggles. Like, I don't want to say the other word because that's a swear, but just for the fun of it. Like, it just doesn't really make sense to me.
It doesn't really.
No. But yeah, like, especially like Hikari. Hikari fell like through, especially in these last 2 episodes. She was meant to be like the protector of the school, but then she just disappeared for some reason. We don't know
like
why, but she just disappeared. And
non-existent.
even though she was aware of the fact that Sora was going on a rampage and attacking Phoenix, like, she did nothing. She didn't come to protect her school or her students. She just kind of brought Phoenix and Momoka in for a one-on-one conflict resolution situation. Like, it was weird. Again, script definitely no script clearly shows that Autumn was supposed to be a plot point, but then ultimately got completely thrown under the rug. So that was pretty disappointing because I was curious as to see how Autumn was going to throw a wrench into this story. Yeah, that's a good point too, Ghost Kitty. Just like some people just showed up out of nowhere. Like Kevin?
Kevin, yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, like, Hikari only
Where-
appeared one time.
Where's Anthony? Yeah,
No, no.
this is
Hikari only
more like
appeared
wise
one
Anthony.
time, just
Why?
to tell, like, Phoenix, like, hugged the guy or whatever to calm him down, and that was it. And she still got mad, like, blaming her.
Backstory with Sora that we never got to explore because there was a jump cut from him and his mom. Like the whole point I'm trying
Even
to
Hikari's backstory of why she has anxiety was because of her sister. Even that didn't get talked about.
again, yeah, and that was another thing. Like the sister backstory just like stopped existing because Zoe was never confirmed to be Phoenix's sister. In fact, it was
No,
kind
that's
of
what
like
I thought. That's what I thought originally. So she was just
yeah,
seems
but
to be the top student that
well,
came
that,
in.
well, that implies that the sister plot also got dropped. If Zoe is not her sister. Anyway, like the whole point I'm trying to bring out here is that there, like, a lot of weird decisions were made. Like for the finale, a lot of weird decisions were made. Like it kind of felt off from the other My Witch Academy episodes that I've seen, and I know that's saying a lot considering how spontaneous and weird My Witch Academy episodes are. This just seemed weird. Seemed all over the place. It was like it didn't feel like a My Witch Academy episode almost. So
honestly,
to
actually
conclude,
agree with that.
well, you haven't been here.
No, here's the thing, but I've been like watching VODs and have appeared on a stream or two, and so I
That's
do
true.
kind of understand the vibe.
So to conclude, like, weird. This was just a weird ending. Like, I don't really have many criticism of the show overall because the ending was just such an outlier compared to the rest of the series. It just felt like such an anomaly.
Yeah. All right. Well, to wrap things up in that case, I have 2 clarifications to make. One, Hikari was never that much of a decent person anyway. She was always a bit more of a majesty than a Dumbledore, because she said you're the chosen one. You have no choice in this matter. She also, arbitrary was like, hey, I'm going to use the same person here. She was never like really like much greater of a moral high ground. She also has like a Dr. House approach to the students, because apparently she's until Phoenix and argue Phoenix, but like Aura and Yuki, she'd never seen any of the other students in the academy at all, which does suggest that she's just up there, sussing out essentially, when revenge plots are happening and assuming the cause is behind them. So she never had much of a leg to stand on. But so essentially, even though she had a downgrade, it was a downgrade from an already bad start, which if anything makes the downgrade even more impressive. Second thing about is something a bit more more broad, and that is to do with how like the big plot got dropped in favor of the of saying that Phoenix's journey to finding emotions was more important. I would say, whenever I say things like, between visuals and story, if you have to choose one, always choose story. Within story itself, if I had to say, if you have to choose between between solving like a grand stakes plot or an emotional stakes one, I would say choose emotional one. I mean, I guess because that's why I deal with like slice of life stuff occasionally. Even if I go grand, I always make sure there's some sort of grounding element behind it, in order to make sure people still care about what's going on. Because that's one thing that I got as an advice from somebody, again, like 10 years ago or something like that, when I was just on a random train ride on a school trip, and I was talking to the main bookworm, so say what it was, say what she was, she was the main bookworm of the of that year group. And we're just talking about, because I think I had one of my books that I was writing at the time. She was also reading one. I just started a conversation because we were in a train cabin together. And then we talked about, how I like focus a lot more like on the plot at the time, which was very much true. If anyone's reading Rasmus the Elf, they can vouch for that. But then she said, no, the plot is important, but the characters much more so. And that changed my entire view, based on like how she explained that, of story writing from that point onwards. And I've worked to make sure that's the case. So yeah, if there was a choice between them, the choice was the correct one. However, I don't think there was a choice here, because or there was a need for a choice. I mean, you could very much have resolved both of those things, if not at the same time, one after the other in the span of this episode, and dealt with everything.
Yeah.
Maybe the season 2 planned. I don't know, because I've looked in the
Oh,
video.
there
There's
has
no
to have been.
description. There's no pin.
No,
There's no
there
pinpoint.
has
There's no
to have been.
description. There might be a community post, but I'm not scrolling back 5 years to find out. Or,
No, I'm 100% sure there has to have been a season 2 plan. Why else
Yeah.
would they make Alex suddenly important?
For real.
Definitely. But yeah,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I'm just gonna throw another thing out there. Like, you can have both those plots.
Yeah,
That-
that's what I'm
and that-
saying. There was no need for a choice.
That's the thing. And now you're getting a little bit more complicated with stories. Like when you start off with a story, it's good to just have one main objective. But what makes a complex story so captivating is when you're following multiple things. That's what people are like, oh, it's like watching a bunch of episodes of a bunch of different shows. You're like tuning into something like, oh yeah, this, and then oh yeah, this, and then at the end, in a finale, it's one big crossover, and you're like, this is epic, dude. So that's typically what makes a captivating story. Is
There's a reason people cared about Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, it's you
And
you
not Justice League.
the thing that makes it so captivating is having several conflicts, having several things to root for.
Exactly.
And then they they mingle with each other's conflicts, and that's what kind of makes people, because that's realistic. Everyone has their own conflicts and moral compasses, and sometimes those things clash, and that's what causes confrontation with people. That's what makes realistic characters. So you don't have to pick just one, but I was just speaking in the sense of just simple story, because clearly Drago is incapable of making a simple story, because he or she is grasping for too many straws, like grasping for too many things at once. So I'm just gonna slow it down, stick to one thing, and sure, if Jacob says that the emotional thing would be the better choice in terms of conflict or arcs, go for that.
Yeah, and also just like do like small goals at a time, just start somewhere small. Like, what is like the first like me goal or objective that you want to do throughout the series, and just go with that, and then expand more on it. Almost kind of like you're starting with like a seed, and it eventually becomes a tree with many branches because it grows into something more
It's a great analogy.
complex. Yeah, like a more creative story and everything like that.
It's really weird that this is the second time we've talked about seeds with this series.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great analogy. I don't want to keep referencing back to my series, but I just like to use it as a good comparison, because that's an example of a story that has an overall objective. Like, actually, this is actually taught in like dramatic arts classes. I know, because I've taken them, where they're talking about super objectives and there's sub objectives and there's like beat objectives. So you're like saying, okay, what's the overall objective in the entire thing? Then it's like, okay, what's the overall objective in the entire scene? What's the overall objective in this beat, which is just like a point in conversation. And that's what can make a complex story. So Secrets of the Plex is a great example of that. There's an overall objective, but within this story, all these characters striving towards the same objective, there's conflict within the friend group because of different sub objectives. So that's
Yeah,
just
no,
the-
that actually makes a lot of sense. Actually, yeah, that's
I don't
why.
want to make too many examples because I feel like I'd be trailing off. Plus I'd be spoiling. So
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you using Secrets of Plex actually is a good example. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Because it does make sense if you really think about what's going on in this overall series without, like, spoiling much.
Yeah.
And so,
oh,
Yeah.
okay, interesting, Ghost Kitty. Drago's most recent community post was from 5 years ago, asking if people wanted more episodes from My Witch Academy in series, and 95% of the people chose yes. And Drago's last video was 4 years ago. So wait a second, I want to know if the community post was made before or after the season finale. That's the interesting part because both were 5 years ago, I think. So if it was made after, then Drago crashed out.
Mhm.
right, but
if it was before, then she abided.
I guess she changed her
Sounds
mind.
like there's no community post about the season, any sort of season 2 announcements or cancellations or what have you. So
Yeah, I can't get a date to
it's
show up
not
on
happening
here.
and never will be happening.
Yeah, I can't get a
Well-
date to show up here. Although incidentally, like there was only 2 comments from people, but I don't know how many votes there were. Oh,
You found the
oh,
poll?
okay, well, no, 77. Yeah, it's the last community post. It just doesn't give you a date, unfortunately.
Oh, weird.
It says 5 years ago, but that's all. So
That's not helpful.
That's not how you do it. Why?
the second to last video was a video called "Coming Soon." That's 6 seconds long.
Huh.
It was My Life as a Pop Star, which was okay. That was already a series.
I know.
That already existed.
I think we talked too much about Secrets of Plex. Spawn. He's glitching.
No!
Oh well.
A14, stop this madness!
Hey, 14, what are you doing here?
It's like I said, I'm always glitching. Anyways,
Please stop kicking me.
Well,
okay, I guess this is my call to sign off. I guess most likely.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks everyone for yeah. Oh, before that, we was about episode 7, so presumably this was about more stuff. So I guess it was left much like an AFMAL 1 season of something. It was left open if the viewers wanted it, and then it was not touched until the trailer came out yesterday. Well, 2 days ago, after 6 years of silence. So we've got 1 more to go, people, and then we'll find out. So yeah, until that point comes, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And Scott have done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.